Welcome to the Eggdog Invitational. It's day one. We're starting in the afternoon today. We've got some old friends.
Whoa.
And some very talented, esteemed gamers in the house.
And some new ones, too.
Some new ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is up-and-coming commentator, Toph. Homemade waffles.
Welcome back, Toph. Welcome back.
Up-and-coming Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
You're a like a, I don't know, like a new face in top-level Melee. Maybe you can, and this is pertinent, by the way, because one of the first things we're going to be doing on stream pretty soon is we're going to be doing our player intros. We're going to introduce you to all of the top-level players that are here. You're not one of them this weekend, per se.
I'm not.
But you could be.
I could be.
Which we're going to talk about.
Congrats on the sponsorship.
Thank you. Shout outs to the Little Downs.
Yep.
But yeah, some pretty good matches. Excited to be back to a Summit-style event.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, this is different. It's weird doing this like in Vancouver. You
I
know
like
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah.
I like it.
I like
Cool.
Vancouver.
It's cool.
I really like the West Coast. I might piss off some of my East Coast homies, but
Ooh.
you know, you come to the West Coast and it's
better.
it is kind of better. The weather is so much nicer.
The weather's better.
It feels so light on my skin.
The breeze, man. I miss the breeze.
The people,
And it's time zones
the
going.
pizza.
Just had to piss a New Yorker off. One-on-one.
Oh, okay. So do we talk about the?
So the first player we have coming up on stream right now is gonna be the legend, the pop-off
legend.
master,
Really, the
Right.
legend.
the clutch god himself,
Uh-huh.
Hungrybox.
Oh my God.
Where are you at, Hungrybox?
So, yeah, we wanted to start the stream off with a bang, and nothing screams bang. Well, nothing screams like Hungrybox.
Yeah, Hungrybox is here.
Sup?
We got a quote from Hungrybox.
I do?
Oh, quote.
Okay, I just realized you can use the two handles of the GameCube controller as a back massage tool.
Oh,
And it has rumble. Ooh.
wow.
Hungrybox.
Yeah, I definitely said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, have you ever done it before?
that sounds like what?
Have you ever used the controller?
That
on
was the
massage
Isaiah thing.
oh yeah.
Remember the Isaiah would do anyway.
tool? Anyway,
So first of all, welcome. Super cool to see you again. What's your relationship with Melee been recently? I know you had like the 90-day training arc. How are you
I'm
feeling
never
about
doing
this
that
event?
again, ever again. I started playing Ultimate again, and then I started like going even with top players again in friendlies. So I think when you put too much pressure on yourself, it all backfires. But if you're in a good mood and you play the really good Melee, also been walking an hour every single day and calorie deficit, and that's going well too. And I feel like I have much more energy. I don't even like need coffee anymore. So
Nice.
it's actually
Nice.
it's good. I'm excited for it.
You're
We'll see.
raw dogging it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Eggdog.
Some might say.
Some might say,
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was about to say that. Probably.
You stopped me. Yeah, you got to be first.
Good read.
But no, it's dope. It feels like a summit. The couch is here. Everyone's here. 4-day event. So shout outs to you guys and Eggdog and Galent for hosting it.
Yo,
One word. Oh, go ahead.
no, this question's random as hell, bro. Have you ever done like a tier list of your pop-offs? I've just been curious. I think you
Like
need to,
every
bro.
how many are
I
there?
dead
at
ass
this
watched
point?
that stream.
I think my favorite pop off of all time, in terms of how funny it is, every time I laugh is when I pop off on Ginger after a 3-stock 3-0 online, and I scream and I faint. And there's a real faint.
That's a good
And
one.
then someone drops 10 subs right after when I'm like deceased. I don't know. It's just funny as hell.
I didn't
Every
really
single
drop the
time.
subs, bro.
Was that like a medical? Like what happened? You popped off so hard you fainted and.
I think I think like my blood pressure like spiked or something. I screamed so loud that I fell asleep. I don't know what it was.
Whoa.
I think
I'm glad
I
you're
experienced
okay.
what puff resting is like for 4 seconds. It was actually kind of funny. Yeah.
Did you go to a doctor?
I
or-
did.
Okay.
I did. And I thought it was going to be like some really scary news.
Yeah.
But they were like, I don't know, I think I have too many like red blood cells or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I don't know. They just said, eat better, work out a little more.
Right.
So,
Sounds like an
yeah.
odd doctor.
Got it.
Just
Get out of
it's
here.
probably
You'll be
fine.
fine.
Be healthier generally.
The doctor said
and-
just get good, scrub.
Nah, bro. You got pop-offs like classic albums, man. That's what I'm saying. You need to
Yeah.
start-
Triple
you need to
platinum
start.
ones.
My favorite one from you is the Anther one. That shit's hilarious.
Wait, which
But
Anther one?
You were playing Anther on Anther's ladder. This is like old.
Oh,
old
during the 400
net
streak.
play.
Shout out
The
to Anther,
400
holy-
streak. I remember that. I had to
And
look.
then you barely beat him on stadium. This is like old school, like dial-up.
That's a
Melee.
deep cut.
And you're like, yeah, like to me that game was so insignificant. But you
No,
popped
no.
off so hard.
It was for the streak.
I was like, damn, dude, this dude, this is him. This is him. I thought it was a gimmick at first until I saw that, bro. I was like, nah, he's just.
Also,
That's
one
who
more.
he is, yeah.
One more thing. I had an idea. What if how everyone's doing that 100 win streak challenge on Unranked?
Yeah.
What if I put up $1,000 and give every player 12 hours to hit it, but everyone's online at the same time, and everyone it's a bloodbath.
that'd be
of
crazy.
everyone.
God.
You know what I would
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it? Race to the finish.
Race to the finish.
And I think I'm
like-
gonna do it.
That's
so,
good content.
Yeah, that
Look
would
out
be
for
good
that.
content.
Dude, I think if all the top players are online at the same time, I don't think anyone clears it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's good
And that's
enough.
why it's so good.
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep my $1,000.
That's right. They think they're winning
Farms
1,000.
content. Oh my god.
No,
That's
but yeah.
so sick.
I'm excited to
Don't
play.
tell him. Don't tell him,
Yeah,
Chad.
It's okay.
All right, man. Good luck.
Good luck this weekend.
Hungrybox.
Shout out to Hungrybox.
Yeah.
Hungry
You know,
Box.
legend.
Legend of the game.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Jigglypuff player.
You the Jigglypuff player.
Speaking of which,
Oh my goodness.
look at
The
that.
legend Chango. I love how it's a Mexican flag and it just says Seattle next to it.
Yeah, no,
like
Seattle, Mexico.
I totally understand it
Yeah.
though. That makes it, yeah.
Seattle,
Yeah.
why is that weird? There he is, right
There
there.
it is, the legend. The legend, man.
Giga Changus. Chango, what are your thoughts on that statement? Uh-huh.
For
You're talking to the mic.
Okay,
There
it's
you
just
go.
a bit that I run on the campaign because when I was campaigning, I did a photo shoot for like swimsuit things. So I was like, oh, if I keep getting the next round, then I post a swimsuit photo. But then it's like, wait, I think I'm gonna use this photo session for like a meme. So I thought I was like, oh, I could do the Giga Chat, but we get Changus.
Uh-huh.
So I did that. I thought it was funny.
That's good. I like that.
yeah.
So how are you feeling about this event overall? How you feeling about your pool?
My pool? Actually, I like my pool.
Okay.
I feel like it's probably one of my better draws for me overall. I played all those players before.
Because you're in the Bango, Aklo, Spark.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that's not bad.
Yeah,
for
that's not-
Jigglypuff.
yeah, that's
for
not- Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Who are you most excited to play in that pool?
I don't know, all of them.
Yeah.
Like I played all of them before, so I think it'll be fine. I'm excited equally to play all of them.
Nice.
That's cool,
like,
man.
I've been prepping for all of them individually, so yeah, I'm excited to see if like I can apply that and see how it goes.
We got a grinder here. Also, a fellow 30-year-old. Am I allowed to tell
Oh,
the stream?
yeah.
Am I allowed to tell the stream how old you are,
Yeah,
Chango?
of course.
Chango is a whopping 33.
33, yeah.
33.
Yeah, almost 34.
He's with us 30-year-olds. You know.
Yeah.
We're all getting up
We're all
there.
up there.
We gotta
Yeah.
stick together.
You can still hang at the top level at this age. It's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
yeah, excited about it.
It's not like other sports where everybody's like, all right, maybe be the time to retire.
No, we got time.
I mean, yeah, even in sports now, man. I mean, Bron's still out here, man.
That's
so
true.
That's true.
Give me hope, bro.
Yeah.
My man's is 40. He been playing since he was like 18. It's
But
kinda
even
crazy.
in Melee, there's so many resources now that it's like just easier to like access everything.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it should matter that much the age.
Yeah, you don't need like you used to need people to like improve, but you kind of don't. You can just practice, solo practice.
What's your relationship like with Melee? Do you play a lot? Do you have like a full-time job? What's your
I have a full-time job,
Mhm.
so, and I do my gym routines as well. So it's kind of like I wouldn't say like half-time job. It's like it should be more like a hobby because I don't spend full-time grinding Melee. But I try to make most of the time that I actually spend on it, like make sure that I apply the time wisely to make sure that I can see improvement and see like slowly steady.
So no, just mindless unranked. We have disciplined practice when you're
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, because I gotta make the most of my time because
That makes
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that. Another thing I wanted to ask you, I know we're just like kind of got here, but so far, what's your favorite part of this whole experience? Just
this experience.
yeah,
It's
I know
being able
still
to be
early.
here, being able to play all the players.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, it's very different experience from like a regular tournament. So
yeah, it is. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm really excited to like see all the side events, basically see the bracket through, and also like play everyone as much as I can.
right. It's dope, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, man. Always good to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think we got one more question.
Is this the best you think you are in Melee over the course of your career, your Melee career?
Oh, 100%.
100%?
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
one.
I don't feel like I've decline or anything. Like, sure, I feel like my mentality sometimes it's like goes back and forth, but like in terms of like gameplay knowledge and execution, I think it's probably one of the better times.
So this is Prime Chango.
Yes.
Chango.
Giga Changus.
Yeah, Giga Changus for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Changus Prime.
Let's go. Let's go. It's
Yeah.
good to see, man.
Yeah, but I think I can do better, so I got to keep striving to get better.
Right, right.
No end in sight for you. You're planning
Yeah.
to play this game for many more years.
Yeah.
Yes.
No end in sight.
Love to see, especially from the 30-year-olds, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
Gotta represent the old head.
all the old heads.
The old heads. Speaking of old heads,
Oh, yeah, we got another
thank
old
you
head.
so much,
Thank you,
Chango. Best
Chango.
luck
Thank
this
you.
weekend.
Thank you for
Good
having
luck,
me.
Chango.
Yeah.
Give it up for Chango.
So we found out recently, I guess I knew this in the back of my head. I didn't realize quite how high up he was, but our next person we're introing was on the very first ever NorCal PR
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
First
At,
one ever.
at 9th.
at
Yeah.
night. That's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And also 2-0'd Isaiah back
Yeah.
in that ranking period.
You did.
yeah.
You 2-0'd Isaiah.
Yep.
Who was Isaiah playing, Snap?
Falcon.
Wow. But
Insane.
who were you playing? See, the people might not know this.
I was using Game & Watch against
There
him.
it is.
Whoa.
So people don't know that earlier today we ran into each other and you called me WAP and I was like, dude, what? I've known him since I was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I'm 34 now.
Do you remember, like, it was around 2005 or 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you were
and
you were a dock player at the time.
Yep. Yep. And then
You were a dog player when I met you.
yeah. But I met Snap at like one of my first tournaments ever.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
you weren't very good when I first met you,
Well, no. Yeah.
but then I quit and you kept playing, and when I came back, you're like insanely good. It was
Well,
crazy
I mean,
to see.
that's just time doing its thing.
yeah.
You know,
Time doing
like,
its thing.
Yeah,
so,
you know.
so you haven't been involved in the scene this whole time. You like took breaks and then came
Right.
back and
So I started. I was active in Melee like tournament scene from 2004 to 2008. But when Brawl came out and like all my friends switched over,
Yeah.
and like
That's a tough time.
Brawl was not very
it was
good.
great for me.
It was not very good.
I
Yeah.
played so much.
You
Brawl.
played Lucario.
Yeah. My first competitive game was
Wait,
Brawl.
Brawl was your intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So no bad mouthing Brawl on the couch.
Oh, okay, yeah. I won't say, but I'll just say it wasn't for me. So I quit Smash in 2008, and then I came back a few years ago, and like I'm like, it's
You've
so
been going hard. You went from like just, oh, what's up? Trying to play again. And then you were like, all in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
then-
I was blown away by how much more professional Melee is now.
Yeah.
So like, there's commentary, like obviously.
Yeah, that's wild.
Also, I'm openly gay, and back in 2004 to 2008, it wasn't really safe to be openly gay in like any video game, including
different
Melee.
time.
Yeah.
But, like-
yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like super.
Yeah.
It's great. It's celebrated. It's
I
safe.
would say the Melee community is very queer friendly.
For sure.
In
Yeah.
general.
So it's been amazing to come back and to see like Uncle Punch, all those resources, the commentary, the professionalism, and like how
It's more events too. I mean, I think back then it used to be like you had
Oh, my
your
goodness.
big East Coast tournament every 6 months, and then the big West Coast one, and then that was it. And now there's like every 2 weeks. It's like
There's something.
Smash or Supernova just finished. We're here. Riptides next week. It's just like
Yeah.
Are
all
you? But you mentioned almost no chance of the Game & Watch coming out.
Oh, I don't know if you told this stream, but yeah.
No.
So I used to be a dual main Falco and Game & Watch. Eventually, I
I
became
didn't know
a.
about the Falco thing.
You
Yeah.
didn't? I guess it was before your time.
Okay.
But like in 2008, before I retired, I was a Falco Game & Watch dual main. When I came back, I was a Fox and Game & Watch dual main, and like it was this thing where against Marths and Ices.
yeah, I was about to say Marth on FD. I used to see you go game
Yeah,
watch
like
all the time.
there are some characters where I felt like Fox. I was like a doomer about it. I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
way Fox can win, and so I'd bust out the Game & Watch, and the unfamiliarity I feel like gave me the edge, and I would be able to. I like beat Nintendo, for example, with Game & Watch against his Marth. At the time, I couldn't do it with Fox, but I'm reaching a point where I feel like Game & Watch has so many exploits, like he can be exploited so easily if you know what you're doing,
Right,
that I think he's unviable, and I'm a solo Fox main now.
I respect it.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
Your Fox has also gotten like I don't think you guys understand how good Snap has gotten in the last. I think you're a very underrated player. I've always thought that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I've
you.
always thought that.
Definitely like top
Top of the
100
come up?
skill.
Yeah.
On the come up
I'm
right
trying
now?
my best.
Well, I wouldn't even say on the come up. I think it's always been that way. Just people just don't know. You know what I mean?
People sleep on the old school players.
Especially in NorCal, it's like so many players like that where like you'll just like had no idea, like, yo, if this person just, like, got on a plane, they would just be top 100.
And actually, there's like a short anecdote I want to share, which is that I wasn't really traveling for Melee the past few years. I would go to Genesis, which is like in my backyard, basically, and I got 65th 3 years in a row. I was trying so hard to crack top 64. I got 65th 3 years in a row, but this year I got top 64 for the first time.
Hey,
and like I was so happy about it, and I'm like, you know what? I want to like show the world like my skill. I'm not amazing, but I want to show the world what I have. And so I've been traveling the past year, going to like super majors
you
and
get
majors.
wins too.
Yeah, so it's a thing where like if I don't travel, I can't expect anyone to know my name or how good I am. But I'm trying my best now. So
Yeah, it'll come with, especially watch him in the Foxville. You're really good at that match.
That set versus Null
Really
was
good
a
at
nail
that.
Oh,
biter.
yeah,
That was
it was
such a
nuts.
nail biter set.
But yeah, I've got 2 Foxes I have to play tomorrow, Moky and Cody.
For you, I think that's a good pull for you.
No, I mean, they're gonna whip my ass, but like I'll
they're
take it.
they're also amazing at that matchup.
Yeah.
To be fair, but
But I've got some stuff to show, hopefully. And,
Who's your Fox inspiration in the modern era, if you have one?
Modern era. So a few years ago, Crush was someone that had a similar style to me, but he was just way more polished and like better reactions.
Guys, Crush has been gone for so long.
When did he stop?
I want to say
before the pandemic,
I want to say Royal Flush was
18
one of
or
his last
19.
tournaments.
Yeah.
And Royal Flush was a time ago.
Yeah.
Time.
But like modern era, I mean, I love watching Moky. I love watching Cody. Cody does stuff where like he'll, let's say I'm like trying to figure out something out in like Fox Marth matchup, and I'm just trying to figure out on my own, and I'm like, what's the solution to this? I'll just like watch one game from Cody, and I'll be like, oh, like he has this figured out already. Like, why am I even trying to come up with my own solutions?
Right.
But I feel like if I do that too much, then I won't develop my own style, and like I kind of want to have my own style.
Yeah.
So
You do both. I feel like it's like you can take from someone and then make your own thing out of what you learned from them.
yeah, but it's like it's kind of a fine
it's like
line
a
to walk.
seesaw, yeah,
I don't know
for
how
sure.
much I should just be taking from from the top versus like doing my own thing. But yeah,
Well, we wish the best of luck to you always. I love seeing anybody
so
from
much, man.
NorCal prosper. So glad you're here, man. And
Thank you.
I'm sure you're gonna have some good games. So it's gonna be fun to watch.
thanks, man.
But I think we got to go to the next
Sounds
person.
good.
I think.
All right,
But
thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Best
you.
of
Give it
luck.
up for Snap, legend in the
Snaps
game.
for Snap.
Snaps for
Probably
Snap.
the most tenured player here. I don't think anybody's been playing as long as Snap.
2004.
How many people have an Isaiah win? That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
I'm saying
That's a flex.
Snap when I was first going to tournaments, he was already like top player and all that.
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time.
Another Fox player coming up.
Yes,
Who?
It's my
Wait,
guy,
you spelled
man.
the state?
I love
That's okay.
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Wisconsin. I like that. Actually.
It's combining Madison and Wisconsin.
That's
From
it.
Madison,
the
Wisconsin.
Madison legend.
Sparkling water
Sometimes.
is trash. Speak to that.
Yeah, go.
It is like
Well, I don't
like you ever have
sparkling water.
LaCroix?
Oh, yeah, they're very mid.
I remember that was at the time when somebody kept like trying to give me LaCroix.
Aggressively mid.
I found sparkling water that I do like actually, but LaCroix are terrible.
You gotta speak into the mic a little bit more.
Oh my god.
So how you feeling, man? How you feeling about being here, man? What like?
I'm really happy. I mean, I'm mostly thankful for the people who voted for me. That's like the big thing I've been thankful about. Feeling pretty good about most of my matches. At least fun to play. Like I like my pool.
Who's in your pool?
Aura, Wizzy, and Zain. All people I'm excited to play in the sets. Win or lose, Obviously, you prefer to win, but
right.
Everybody's trying to win.
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. What's up with you guys, huh?
Yeah, you should be asking us questions.
I'm going to interview all four of you.
You know, one thing I always say about you is like you always have a good attitude, and you coming into like, you know how some people here they'll have their like on camera, like nah, he's just like this, like you know what I mean, like you were just chilling.
Yeah, I mean,
Like he'll win a good game, then just be chilling after, or you'll get like 4-stock to be like, man, I got 4-stock and laugh about it. You're the only person that just like
That's
laughs
tough.
about it.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that because like it reminds me because like I got like waxed by Flash at the at Vimy, and I was like, that's tough.
Yeah, you start laughing. I was just like, I mean, hey.
That's tough.
Yeah, most people will just be like Doomer.
But yeah, I don't know. I try to have a good attitude about like winning, because like usually it's just I try to focus, just keep it all in the game.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, sometimes I get tight when I'm like at home, like at
right.
4 a.m. I'm like,
It's
dude,
easy at home.
Yeah.
Dude, like you get hit by something, like that hit me.
I think the first time I met you was Collision 2023.
Yeah.
We like played a bit.
Yeah.
Because I thought I had to play Zuppy.
Yeah.
Zuppy was playing aMSa, and we're like, okay, so I probably have to play. I play loser of that, so I'm probably playing Zuppy.
Yeah.
And me and Lowercase Hero are playing friendlies, and then we hear people like popping off. And we look over, and Zuppy's just beating aMSa. And I'm like, I guess I need to find a Yoshi.
Yeah, that was so weird because I remember we looked over. It's like, oh, aMSa's up 2-0.
No, wait. Zuppy reverse 3-0.
And we're just like, oh wait, he's. I'm like, wait, it's game 5. Like he's like 4-stocking him.
Shout out to
IMD, we're like,
Zuppy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a reverse 3-0.
yeah, Zuppy was clean with it. I don't know. I don't know what's up with you.
It's about you, man. Okay, how about how's this scene in Madison? How's the
Madison.
melee scene?
Yeah, who do you play
Madison?
with?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Is it
usually.
Danny Phantom over there?
Danny Phantom is in Milwaukee, and I haven't been playing with most of the Madison people recently. But Madison scene's pretty small. I usually just go to my Smash Fest. Shout out to the Smash Fest people, like every Thursday.
Shout out to Madison Smash.
Me to be missing it today, unfortunately.
Right.
But usually I play like if I like went to locals, which I haven't been. Admittedly, I do. So I've been doing some of the dodge.
It'd be like that.
But like it's just usually pretty small. We usually have like 20-man locals, except for like our monthly at a bar.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty big. Second best like Wisconsin player, like Madison players, Lord English. Shouts to Lord English.
Okay. Shout out Lord English.
The goat. But and most of the, and Danny's in Milwaukee, so that's like 2 hours away from Madison.
Yeah.
And so like that's like usually like the scene. It's like a couple smaller scenes and then like one big one. We used to have like more central Wisconsin people, like or like Green Bay or like Appleton, but like
Or
over the
like what about like MSP, like Minneapolis?
Minneapolis area? That's like
Is that like super far? Cause
that's like 6 hours. So
Oh,
most of the
okay.
stuff-
I didn't know.
So
Yeah.
like Ben
Wisconsin's
Preeminent,
huge.
right?
Dang.
Yeah, I didn't know Wisconsin was that big either.
That's like 6 hours away. So Ben and Preeminent, how they're technically from Wisconsin, and then
They're on the outer end.
They
of-
literally
yeah.
live on the border of
Minnesota
Yeah,
and-
so it's 45 minutes to Minnesota stuff and like 6 hours to like where I live.
Dang.
So or like 5 hours.
Damn, the Midwest is big, bro.
Yeah, it's
Midwest is big.
Dude, it's always so funny talking to an East Coast person. They're like, 45 minutes to the local, man.
No,
my
Midwest is like an hour minimum. But any last comments? Anything you want to say regarding the event, your experience?
I don't know.
All that.
Just I'm excited to be here, trying to learn a lot. Shout out to everyone who voted for me, of course. All the homies. Big shout out to them, and that's it. Pretty much.
My dog. Yep. Shout out to Lowercase Hero, man.
Excited to see his performance this weekend.
Now, I'm personally a big fan of this next player.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah.
A player that we haven't seen as much in the States, Nicki, Ice Climbers, formerly a Fox player
Yep.
from
And then a dual
Germany.
main, I think, for a little while.
And then a dual main, but now perhaps only Ice Climbers, but very, very strong player.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
83rd in 2019, top 5 in EU last year, has a win over aSMSa. Is that right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Not everybody
Crazy.
is an
That's
awesome
crazy.
win.
That is
Honestly,
crazy.
could have beaten Zain at Collision
Yeah.
2024. That was a
that
crazy
was
close
that
set.
was like
Yeah.
nail biter. Yo, so I just want to ask because I'm not aware. Why the switch? Just something different?
Was it a pandemic thing? Like, was that when you were starting to?
No, I think, I feel like deep down I've always been an Ice Climbers player,
Wow.
Like
Oh,
sometimes
that's
people
fair.
just
Okay.
takes a while for you to discover yourself.
Yes,
And,
and
like-
some people learn they're deeply evil.
Exactly. You play Donkey Kong now. I feel like that's who you are, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just Ice Climbers. No, I think
Yeah.
I always played Fox because I thought like, okay, 20XX. I started playing in 2015. Fox is the best. If you want to win, you gotta pick Fox.
Right.
So I picked Fox, and then after like 2 or 3 years, I was like, wait, I never really identified with the character too hard. It was just like a tool that I used to try to get good at the game. And then eventually I realized, wait, I can probably get similarly good with a different character because that just felt impossible to me before that. I just thought if I don't play Fox, I will just be worse at the game. But then I just gave it a try, and then after like a year, I was already better than I was with Fox previously. So then that's when I kind of realized that, vibing with your character is at least as important, if not more, than the tier list that people
Yeah.
like to
okay.
show.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows in your gameplay too.
I completely understand that. Like, I
Yeah.
have way more fun with Donkey Kong. than
Exactly.
playing Sheik, so.
And-
Yeah, we could tell.
Yeah, and if you're having fun, then like you have, you're gonna play more, right? You're gonna figure out more stuff. And with a character like Ice Climbers, where there was some sort of like meta reset, right, when wobbling was banned, like the character just got like pushed 10 years behind in the meta because all the wobbling days were over and you had to figure out a different gameplay now. And there is a lot to figure out there, and that's really fun to do. So
Yeah, I feel like you were mentioning that you have your Ice Climbers guide that, is very handy to be able to link to people that are asking questions in the Ice Climbers Discord. Do you feel like, that kind of element, because with Fox, it's hard to bring something that new to the table because there's so many people that play the character. Does that attract you to Ice Climber somehow?
Yeah, for sure. Also, when it comes to Fox players, I never felt like there was like a Fox community, right? Because like 25% of Melee players is just is Fox mains, right? So the Fox community is more or less just the Melee community. Not like in a bad way, just like there's so many of them that there's like no one collective. But with Ice Climbers, it's like you've got your like 5 people who are like good enough to, get some good wins, and then everyone cheers for them, and people like really come together to try to work on stuff together, because it's not like 10,000 Fox players. It's like, I don't know how many there are, but like you're 200, 300 people who are active in the Discord who are all like working on the same goals, and it's just cool to have.
Yeah, it's cool feedback too, and like I'd assume, I don't know, but different Ice Climbers are better at different things. So one might be good versus Mars, one might be good versus Fox, and then they can like share their feedback with each other. And
Yeah,
fosters a good community,
Exactly, because it's also very obvious, right?
Right.
Just imagine if like Fox like could just kill people instantly off of Shine without having to do anything after, right? And then we ban that, and now he has to combo off of the Shine. And now there's just like this whole world of stuff you can do, like just based, on your punish game, and also how your neutral changes now that your Shine doesn't instant KO anymore. And that's the fun stuff for me, is like there's stuff that people have figured out on Smash boards in like 2004 that just haven't been any useful when wobbling was legal. And now people are digging these things up and like, yo, this could either be the most useful thing we've ever found in the past 10 years, or it could be completely useless. And you just need one player to like show like, okay, this is good or this is bad. And I hope that for some of the tech I can like show people this is worth doing and this might not be worth doing.
Yeah. Back in the like wobbling heydays, I definitely thought of it as a crutch for like some people's like punish game and neutral, where they were just like very, very over centralized around getting a thing. But I feel like, nowadays the Ice Climbers have to be way more balanced overall and more solid to just get those dubs.
I feel like there's some of the most creative players now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was one of the big talking points back then for people who were sort of anti-wobbling, was like the Ice Climbers are a very intricate, complicated character, and like you didn't always get to see that because there was this one game plan that was so much more centralizing. But now you kind of have to do everything, so you get to see more of the character.
One thing that I also think is like not talked about enough is just the kind of people that were attracted by the character back when wobbling was legal versus how it is now. Because who's gonna sit down, look at the game, and be like, all right, this character has the infinite, I want to play them, right? There are people who do that, which is totally fair.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's more like people look at the character and see, oh, this is this very technical, like
Yeah.
good enough
combos,
character,
these
like very
things.
there's a lot of
Like
stuff
a
to figure
different
out.
community.
Very good
Exactly.
point.
So
Because
that's-
like
Yeah.
there was a period, I remember it was a Shine or something, might have been Shine 2016, one of those years where I remember looking at the top 48 and there were like 9 Ice Climbers, and it was the most common character in top 48. And I think that just wouldn't be
Yeah,
more,
not
more
the case
than
now.
more than Fox or Falco.
Oh my god.
And I remember like, well, like that would be bizarre today. I think, not because obviously Ice Climbers a character can't do it, but because, like you said, I feel like there's definitely a surge of people who, are approaching the game and maybe you want some like a quick win condition, and it's just not like that anymore.
Yeah, it's way more. It's a lot more cutthroat. But do you think, as far as Ice Climbers goes, particularly with you with the character, do you think that like it's only up from here? Do you feel like you still striving to try to put the maximum of the character? Do you think that there's all that can be done, or you still think there's a lot more to be flushed out?
I mean, it's kind of like I said earlier, that the meta is just like a decade behind every other character.
Right.
And just because like you have to play the character completely differently now, there's still so much to be figured out. And sure, some of the stuff has already been figured out, like a long time ago, but no one's using it and no one knows about it. So it's just about like
Ancient
collecting
technology.
these things and a combination of searching that ancient technology and making it useful, and also like figuring out the new solutions that are now necessary that we can't just grab forward tilt 300% and get
Right.
Now you would consider yourself like a student of the game, also like a teacher of the game. I know you do coaching. What would you say, like maybe like just like a quick Spark Notes version of like what makes your ice climbers different than the other high level ice climbers? Like what is your calling card?
I think a reason why, there have been lots of good ice climbers players, and a few of them have also had good foxes, because I think learning the game as fox or having to learn fox forces you to practice in very specific ways, where it's like, this is what is good to do. You just have to sit down and practice that tech so that you're able to do it, right? Just like wave shine follow-ups, all the, grab follow-ups that are more complicated than wobbling obviously are. So like having that mindset of playing a different character that is also very technical, but in a totally different way, helps you a lot in like picking up that other character of ice climbers, and you already know like how to learn tech skill, how to figure out what tech is necessary and what isn't. But in more of like from a gameplay perspective, I don't know. I think it's very much like a fundamentals thing. I think most of the ices who have been good in the past were good because they were extremely good at not doing stuff. Like they were not doing anything, but they're good at not overextending, right?
Shout out to
Lots of
Chudat,
ices are
the king of the
Yeah.
nothing.
Exactly, Chudat. And even if you watch Slug, it's so calculated. There is very little going on, except for when he knows what's about to happen, and then he just does the option that wins, right? And that's something that you can learn as ices, of course, but it's also something where, like, if you're sharking someone, right, and you're playing a character like Fox who's so fast on the ground, it might be a bit easier than if you're playing ices, where you have to wave dash, which is a bigger commitment, right? Takes longer, you're sliding longer, it's harder to control. But just, yeah, being able to combine the ice climber's tech with just fundamentally good melee is always the hard part. And I think I do it in a slightly different way, where I rely more on the tech and a little bit less on just the fundamentally good melee. Of course, I try to do that, but it's hard. But I'm a bit more happy to, like, especially in the punish game, look for difficult to execute, like, flow charts that will work every time if you're just good enough at them, and practicing those. Yeah.
That's good.
It's like a very like Marvel approach, low key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like go for the craziest.
Go for the harder combo route.
like, every
The
time.
harder combo routes.
I appreciate that.
I like that.
But I think we got to go to the next guest. But Nicki, it's always good
Yeah.
to see you, man. And
Best
best
of
of
luck
luck
this
to you
weekend,
and your
Nicki.
pool.
Glad you're here.
I'm actually super hyped to watch you. It's gonna be
Agreed.
some good
Agreed.
matches for sure.
It's exciting.
On to our next guest.
Yes.
Um,
Zamu.
That's
Zamu.
a really good quote.
What's the quote?
I
say?
spent my dog today, man. Me and Zamu went through the trenches to get here, man.
Oh
It
my
was-
God.
it
From
was
the airport?
It was rough, man.
Oh,
It was, Vancouver TSA was not a fan of us. So
They did
we
not
we
miss
we made it.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. How are you, Zamu?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's always good to see you, of course. You know.
As well. I
Yeah.
was excited that you were on my flight.
Yeah, it was good.
Usually when like flying out of O'Hare, I'm like, there'll be someone that I know at the tournament on my flight, but this is like a smaller tournament, so I was
Right.
surprised.
Right. Yeah, it was cool until it wasn't, but we made it.
Yeah.
We made it. We got here. So how you feeling about this event so far? Just I remember earlier on the plane you were telling me like you're pretty confident in your pool. You know, felt good about it at least.
I think my pool's really hard.
Yeah, your pool is so hard.
I was not saying
Well,
that.
no,
Oh my God.
not in that way. But like you weren't like, oh, I'm about to do good, but you're like more just like I'm comfortable with like.
Which pool do
I'm
you have?
comfortable with.
This is the weird pool, right?
I'm comfortable.
We're allowed to say weird
Okay,
pool?
well, so it is the weird pool.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a
Yo-
strange. pool,
Yoshi,
for sure.
Puff, and Icy.
Yoshi Puff Ices.
I don't know. I'm definitely like pretty good versus Puff and Ices,
Okay.
and not
good.
Yoshi.
But you feel relatively confident against Puff and Ices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. My plan. So I'm gonna try and win, and I definitely feel like I can definitely beat any of those players. But my secondary plan, if somehow I don't do that, or also I think there's a chance of like three-way tie and I still get fourth or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try and win all my matches, but hopefully I have the easiest LCQ challenger if I don't. That's like my hope.
That's
And I was
the-
talking
that's the
about,
backup plan.
Yeah, I was talking about like the seeding. The top 4 seeds are all tough for that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if
I
there's
can
one
go over who I
upset-
think the top 4 seeds are, right? I believe in order it's Actually, who is first?
It's Sunsei.
Sunsei. Then
Kador. No,
Junebug,
Junebug,
Kadoran,
Yeah.
S2J. Yeah.
And out of those,
Who would you want to play?
who would you want to play? Not that one of them's
I
on
would
the
want
couch.
to play. I would want to play Sunsei.
Oh, because you're
no.
very
I
solid
think
at
of
the Fox
you.
Zero.
I think of you.
Yeah.
I think this is justified because I've seen how you perform
Okay.
against players like Cody. I think of you as a Fox Ditto expert,
Yeah.
and that's fair to say.
Yeah.
I watched a match between you and Maelstrom at the cave, and you proceeded to hit inhuman SDI like on every single up throw follow up. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I guess don't let
That
them
will
do
do
the
it.
up throws. Or don't let
Yeah,
up
I don't
throws
even know
Zamu, I guess.
that like there's a chance that I like would do better against like S2J or even I would love to play you again. I would love to
Yeah.
play any of those players except for I don't really want to play Kadoran, but I like playing him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just all of those would be fun matches. They're all hard, but also I'm just gonna beat HBox and Nicki.
Oh,
Hey,
confidence.
there you go.
There you go.
We like
There you go.
Do you
There you
have a
go.
lot of experience with those kind of 3 matchups with the Puffs, Yoshi, and Ice Climbers? Do you have a lot of?
No.
Not really.
I feel like I've seen you play Puff at
Puff.
decent
I
amount.
have
Puff,
a
sure.
decent amount of Puff practice, and I feel pretty good in the Puff matchup. I'm a kind of weird player because I love to, and by love I mean I just like can't get myself to stop. I actually hate it a lot, but I love to hold forward. But I like want to love to camp, and like I love camping. I even either like standing still on the other side of the stage or just spamming moves forward. But versus Puff, like I don't get to do that. I love sitting on the top platform. Dreamland is like one of my favorite stages in that matchup. I don't know. I just learned how to fade away aerial. Like, that's not
Fantastic.
so much.
Oh
That's
my
not
God.
so much for that matchup, but just in general, like I still
Yeah.
don't understand. Okay, so Cody and Josh and like everyone has been telling me that I need to do this, and I like don't understand why they tell me this because I'm like, is it supposed to be a bait or is it supposed to hit them? And I swear that I've never gotten a clear answer.
Yes.
A fade back aerial?
A fade back
Yeah.
aerial.
In what situation?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm kind of like starting to understand that. Very unrelated to anything. But yeah, I beat Moth the last time we played.
Oh,
I
that's
guess.
good. Yeah.
And like I
Moth
did.
Bite right now is probably
Yeah?
the best ICs by results. Right?
Yeah, I feel like her
So
and Nicki
that's
are gonna be
a good
That's
different.
very good, yeah.
Her and Nicki will be different, but I don't
Right.
know. I'm definitely pretty good at the game, so hopefully I'll do good.
There you go.
Yeah. I think
Those
so.
fade back aerials very good against Yoshi.
Yeah.
Up here. Because if you hit them and they do the armor thing and then they do the nair, you don't get hit by the nair. So
Ooh,
There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah,
wow.
been in the
Whoa.
trenches.
That's like-
with-
Yo.
yeah.
that's like
We'll
the
talk,
thing
I'll
I'm
talk.
working
We'll
on.
talk.
Yeah.
It's literally such a day one thing, but that's like the current thing I'm thinking every time I play is like, I just need to do fadeaway aerials. And then like I'll do like 6 fadeaway aerials and one of them will like accomplish something and I'll be like, ooh, I understand this. Like I get it.
All right.
isn't Melee such a voyage of like, I get it, and then
get
it like, and then you're like, wait, I don't get it, and then you're like, oh, I get it, and it's just like a spiral forever.
Like the next
Yeah.
time you do a fade
Yeah.
back aerial, you just get grabbed for it, and you're like,
Wait
I
a
guess that
second,
one
wait a second.
was bad.
Well, sometimes, yeah, but sometimes you do it and it's like, oh, but I understand why that one was bad. And
Yeah.
that's
Right.
kinda
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
It's hard.
Right,
That's the forever journey in this game.
I'm good. I'm not. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Then sometimes it works well versus certain players. and
Right.
It's all a mystery, dude. I don't know. The more I play this game, the more it just doesn't make sense. At least for me.
What do you think you do better than all the other foxes? What sets your fox aside? I like your question.
I think that mostly this is most applicable in the Ditto. I think like my defense is really good and my punish is really good.
Very important in the Ditto.
Yeah, and so it's like I am able to. I don't know. I probably have some of the best reversals in the world. Definitely in the
Can
Ditto,
concur.
but in general-
Insane.
Yeah. Really in every matchup, I just like I do not. If the opponent does something that like versus everyone else is okay, it's like okay, now all of a sudden I'm up airing you. And like I'll even like there are some reversals that are like really that are common now, like Fox Ditto up throw onto the platform, tech roll, and then like slide off shine. If they don't land on the platform, you can just slide off up air them. And so like then you just like get a massive combo because slide off shine is great, but like just so stuff like that. And there's a lot of little optimizations that I just like do that other people don't. But then I do a bunch of bad stuff too. So that's the other thing that sets me apart. Is all the bad stuff I do.
That's also a Melee classic.
Yeah.
Having your your basket of strengths and your collection of weaknesses as well. I feel like Melee lets you kind of, if your strengths are strong enough, you can get away with your weaknesses up to a very, very high level.
Yeah.
And that makes you fun to watch. Because then it's like on any given day, what's going to happen. Well, best of luck. I know that some of that stuff might not apply as well in your pool, but like you said, hopefully there's other avenues anyway. And also hopefully you just, I mean, hey, beating Moth is crazy, so.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. I can do well. I can do poorly. That's kind of how it works in Melee.
But that's everybody.
Yeah,
Melee.
Yeah, that's Melee.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Best of luck. Thank you, Zamu.
Zamu.
Great player. Great player.
Zamu or Zamu? Yeah, okay. All right.
Zamu.
That's,
Okay.
that's what I
cool.
said.
Us two in particular have had this conversation.
We have.
Like,
That's right. Yeah, I know. But I'm bad with this kind of thing. I'm bad with this kind Zamu, yeah. Okay.
I've always said Zamu, but
Zamu.
Also, I like that
Zamu.
there was an answer, because with some people, you ask them how to pronounce their name, and they go, oh, you can pronounce it however you want. I'm like, no, I want to know how to pronounce it.
Is it Crudo?
How do you say it?
Zamu.
I hate when people say that. I just want to know the answer, and then I can try to remember it, and if I
think
fail,
they've
I
just
fail.
given up.
Yeah,
So
I
many
know. I
people,
know.
you know
I get
what I
it.
mean?
I get it. I get it.
But we're in the Pacific Northwest, and
Yes.
we have one of the kings, if not the king, of the Pacific Northwest right now.
Oh.
The legend.
Aura.
I love him.
Oregon.
Or
I just thought of that. Because
Oh,
You know what I'm
Oregon.
saying?
Oh, that's really good.
Oh.
That's really good. Aura
Wow.
from Oregon. That's great.
what do you think
Go
about
watching
that?
your battle round.
Is that where? What do you think about that?
Think about what? I didn't hear you.
I said Oregon.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Oregon Melee.
Oregon.
That was
Yeah.
bad.
Look at us.
It's good to see you as always.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oro with some monstrous performances recently, beating, I believe, Josh Man. Was that at Carnival Clash?
The man of
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, very good. And I think you had another big one recently.
I also won Ghost Town. So
Ghost
just
Town.
2 Oregon regionals.
But you won Ghost Town over
Shep, Zamu,
Wow.
and
Fiction,
Spark were
Zamu,
there.
and Spark. Wow.
That's
Wow.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
huge.
Hmm?
That's huge wins.
Yeah,
Those are
no,
huge
yeah.
wins.
Yeah. It's
So you've
pretty
been number 1 in Oregon. You've been number 1 in Washington also at some point?
Yeah, in 2022, I was 1 in both Oregon and Washington for like 9 months or so.
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
sweet.
How
wait,
does
but
one
you live
accomplish that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you live in Oregon, right? So you.
So back then, I was living in like the southern part of Washington. You might know. Do you know where like
Yeah.
Centralia is?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just the center point of Seattle and Portland. So I would just go to both locals,
Uh-huh.
and I would just win the locals. And so I was 1 in both.
Yeah, I guess if you're going all the locals, then
Yeah.
you should
That's
be.
goated. 1 in 2 different states.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess you don't think of it as like being close, but like MDVA is 2 states.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like number
Yeah.
one.
Maryland, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Oregon, Washington, they're so big.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Luckily, like the whole Oregon scene though is primarily based in Portland, so it's just like the very, very north part of Oregon.
Right.
So
Right,
So
right.
a lot of crossover.
Yeah,
potentially. That's good.
Yeah, Portland's right, which is very convenient if you're a Washington resident.
Right.
Yeah.
How far are Portland and Seattle?
like
Each other.
3 hours.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
About as far as Seattle and Vancouver, honestly.
Yeah.
in the other
yeah,
direction.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
A quick stream story. I was going to play Aura in friendlies, but then I went on a long phone call with my partner, got lost running around the venue, and then came back just as we had to do this. And we played one friendly over there,
There you go.
during which I made a pretty cool comeback. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
He literally wins the game after making me wait like 45 minutes, and then gets called up to do this. So he literally one-duns me. I'm like, bro, what the?
And then
That
also told the
actually-
story on stream. Also told the story on stream.
right
Ranked
after.
them in real life.
This
right?
is actually, knowing your friend Rishi, this is actually the Donkey Kong experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, this happened to me at a summit one time. Rishi, like, was like, you want to play friendlies or whatever, was doing the whole Rishi Donkey Kong phase. Gave me the runaround or whatever, so we like ended up only being able to play one friendly before I had to go commentate. And then Rishi won the one friendly.
With
Because it's
Donkey
like,
Kong.
it's like, Donkey Kong's kind of hard to fight.
Yeah. You play one friendly with Donkey Kong.
And then
Yeah.
Rishi comes up on the mic and is like, oh yeah, I beat Toph in a friendly with Donkey Kong. And I was like,
It's messed up.
all right.
Yeah. We'll play more later though. You'll get your redemption, and you'll also might get your redemption against Zain this weekend.
There's even a chance you two might play, right? Because of the format of the. I mean, you're in the LCQ.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're the second
seed.
So
could potentially play.
Yeah,
That's why he was dodging.
that's why I was dodging. That's why I was
Keep the
dodging.
secrets,
He was
you
on the phone like,
Keeping
listen,
the secrets.
I need to talk to you for 45 minutes.
Yeah, instead of calling my partner, I actually called my coach.
Oh,
What are we gonna do about this aura?
yeah, Peach. Okay, Peach.
Or do you get to travel a lot? Do you get to play Melee at your kind of want and desire? What's your like full-time relationship with Melee?
So I just work full time for like a credit union nowadays, so I don't really have like the desire to even want to travel. Honestly.
Oh, really?
So pretty much, if anything is more than 3-hour flight, I will not go, no matter what.
I love that.
Hey,
I love that.
Hard
feel you
rule.
on
Wait.
that, bro.
Hard
I'm
rule.
getting there.
That's kind of awesome. That's like a return to the regional boss phase
Yeah.
of Melee. Because
Yeah.
like there were very few times where all the best players would get in the same location. And if you are limited to the Pacific Northwest plus like a little bit farther, that's kind of cool. Where it's like when you play those top players, it's an event. It's something
Right.
that we don't see every day on.
right.
Yeah.
Would you have even campaigned for this invitational if it wasn't within a 3-hour flight radius?
I would not. I didn't campaign.
Oh,
He
fantastic.
qualified.
Would you have come?
Yeah, I would have gone to this, like, just because it's so close.
Okay.
But like,
Right, but if it was 6 hours away,
no, there's no.
I love that. I love standing up for your, beliefs. Yeah.
Beliefs. Got some hard rules and you stick to them.
My motto is, hey, if you want to play me, you can come play me like in my turn.
I love
Ooh,
that. I love
Oh
that.
that's
my
badass.
God.
I love
that's
that.
so badass.
I respect it.
That's also kind of the Plup thing, to a certain degree. Isn't Plup also Oregon these days?
Yeah, but
Like
he's
question-
not Oregon.
question mark Oregon.
we
Yeah.
just owned him.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Whoa. Drama.
Dang.
Well, yeah, I wanted to just ask, who's in your pool, by the way?
Oh God, it's a nightmare.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a nightmare for me. I have Zain, Wizzy, and then Henry, like Lowercase Hero.
Damn, that is a rough pool for Peach. That is a rough pool for Peach, but I mean, I believe in you. I think you could do it. Hey,
I think you'll do better against Zain. I think you'll
I
do
have
better.
to do better than the last one. So.
Do you guys know this meme?
I know it. Brent commentating.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. He packed you out, bro. I'm being real. You got it.
I
I'm not
only
even
saw
gonna
it
try to
because of that
sugarcoat
YouTube
it.
video.
Why? You brought up your
Nah.
DK win, and then you bring this up?
I
Come on.
literally
Gas
was
up the
about
to
players.
bring up
Gas
what
up the
Hey, I think
players.
you're gonna do really good. Don't listen to this guy.
but
This
this
guy
is
doesn't know what he's
something-
talking
You
about.
won all the regionals
Nah.
in your,
I think
in
you're
your
gonna do
region.
fantastic.
Seriously. Number one in Oregon, number one in Washington.
I believe in you.
Hey, seriously. Oh, I just kicked something. Now I can't hear my left ear, so I'm sorry. But listen, I think Zain every now and then doesn't look that good against Peach. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like every now
I
and
think
then.
you stick with the Peach this time around.
Yeah.
I will.
There's the Wally.
Oh yeah, you went Fox,
That-
right?
yeah,
No, I played Sheik.
Or Sheik.
He's
yeah,
had a Sheik for a little while
But
there.
For
yeah,
sure.
thank you, Aura. I'm sorry for putting you on blast. That's something
it-
we talked about
Don't
on
listen
the
to this
one.
This guy's toxic.
Oh
This
my
guy's
God!
I'm talking to these three.
It's me. I'm the toxic. All right.
Well,
Thank you, Aura. We're good.
Or you know,
Best
it's
of luck
always
this
good to
weekend.
see you, and best of luck. I believe.
Best of luck this weekend.
Didn't fist bump me. That's cool.
I think. Thank you. I thought that's what it
I
was.
got you.
That's
Dude.
what it was.
Okay, I was like, I got you. Dude.
That's fair.
Another. We're lumping all the character mains with each other. We've
No, my man Trif, fresh out the photo shoot.
yes.
That's right.
And yeah, if you haven't seen what this, so I've seen Trif online. I haven't seen Trif in person for a couple of years. And I mean, what a glow up.
Yep.
Welcome
Hello.
back to the couch.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Tom.
Of course, a familiar
guys.
face at these invitations. What's up, Trif? Good to see you again.
What's the secret? What have you been doing? You've been in the hyperbolic time chamber. What the-
It's dynamite.
I know the secret, and it will upset you. Trip, tell
Yeah,
them how
it's
much you work.
caloric
I
out.
basically work out like 3 hours every day.
You work out 3 hours
including
a day?
walking.
Wow.
Also, it's like 1 hour walk, and like I run and I work out almost every day. I work out 6 days, but the hangover day, like Sunday usually,
Yeah.
I just rest.
You have a designated hangover day.
The hangover day.
Every Saturday, though, I'm killing it, so I need to chill one day.
Congratulations.
And also, like, nice diet, too.
Oh, yeah?
I'm really happy. I feel better. I feel I play way better, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just being healthy makes you play
Everything-
way better.
Yeah, I
better.
feel I'm
Everything's
playing
better
so
when
much
healthy.
better, and I have like way more stamina, so I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Trif, you're the second player from Europe. Nicki introduced
Oh yeah,
himself to the stream earlier. Now, you were recently ranked very highly.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
How do you continue to? I mean, because I think a lot of us from North America take it for granted. It's very easy for us to go to tournaments if we want. Aura was talking about how Aura wouldn't go to a tournament if Aura has to travel more than 3 hours. Now, if Trif set that rule for himself,
that'd be a tough rule.
That'd be tough. We'd probably never see Trif again.
No.
Yeah.
So how do you still do it? How do you motivate yourself to?
I love this game so much, dude. It's like, I think I'm the guy that played Melee the most, probably ever. Even alone, I play like hours and hours and hours.
You think you play more than Mewtwo King?
Bro.
No, man.
Wait,
Shut up! Way more than that guy.
no.
Oh my god.
Let
Way
him
more
know.
than
Dude,
that
I
guy.
see Jason live on the
say that maybe
CRT,
him,
bro.
Yeah, I play.
Literally spending nights like
Yeah,
falling.
yeah, that's me. Yeah, I do everything while I play. Like I play 6-7 hours every day, even I'm alone. So
Wow.
And you work out 3 hours a day.
yeah.
Wow.
I have to. I have no talent, so the only way to get good is like study.
He is Mewtwo King.
Yeah, it's
That's
study
what
and play.
Say.
Yeah.
Mewtwo King said the same thing. It's like, you look pretty
I
talented to me.
I would argue, the fact that you do that is a talent.
That is talent.
Right.
That's true. That's what they don't tell you.
Hard
That's
work
what they
is
don't tell
talent.
you.
Yeah.
Hard work
Most
is
humans
talent.
cannot
No,
work
most-
out 3 hours a day,
No.
cannot play 7 hours a day.
No.
That is you being built different.
Right.
And I play like a lot of unranked. I
love
play
that.
a lot of
I love
unranked.
that.
A lot of that
is,
shit.
It's kind of the junk food of Melee.
It's the junk food,
But
yeah,
it,
exactly.
it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels
It
very
is
good.
junk
But I have knowledge about every matchup and every situation, like really good. I use Sax versus Falcon because there are barely Falcons in Europe. So
right.
I have Itza, which is pretty good, but he's kind of inactive. But every other matchup I feel pretty good. Even versus Jigglypuff. So yeah, I play a lot of solo battle too. We play a lot of timeouts and shit. So
Yeah. I was going to mention that you mentioned you had more stamina, and that to me is terrifying because you as a player are known for your discipline and your ability to play the clock and play those long matchups.
Yeah.
That just got better.
That's. I'm scared for what we're about to see.
Right?
Do you do that kind of playstyle even amidst your unranked games as well? If you're playing like 7 hours a day, you're just as
even more.
methodical and patient.
He does it in friendlies. He'll be playing
Because,
me.
Because when I play solo battle and if I'm like 2 stocks above on his two or he reverse or he's 2 stocks above me, we just reset. Man, in rank, I don't want to reset. I'm going to beat those guys, So I'm going to keep like timing them out if I need it.
Oh, yeah, so you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's so much great discipline.
But when I play solo, we just reset. Like,
Right.
if he's on the lead or the opposite, I reset, so.
Me and Aklo were playing some friendlies earlier in the basement area, and we were just like laughing, playing friendlies. Trif walks over, he's like, "Can I play?" And then me and Aklo look at each other, and we're like,
man.
the vibes would change at the second for sure. If Trif gets
Dude, I
on.
play with Aklo and we love the whole time. We have crazy
Yeah,
matches, actually.
you and Aklo actually, I was watching some of that. You were moving all over each other. I've never seen a Peach. I haven't seen like the new movement tech that you've been
The
doing,
pivots,
too.
yeah. I'm working
so
on that a lot, yeah.
That's
The
gonna
what?
be really
The V what?
Pivots, I'm doing like so many the pivot down smash in neutral.
Oh, pivots.
Pivots, yeah.
I used
And
to
like
do, pivots, slap
like
dash
run out of
pivots.
crouch pivots, for example. I'm working a lot of that. It's really broken.
Yeah. I hadn't seen Peach move like that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of tech skill. So
Are you a big studier? Do you
Am I?
study a lot of Melee as well along with the
I
gameplay, or
study
is it all
every day.
just playing?
Yeah, I study every day, every character.
You watch your VODs?
every day,
I watch all the stream. I watch my bots. Yeah.
What's
I
the-
have to.
All in.
I'm not left of Armada. I have to watch. Those guys never watch anything almost. That I have to. I promise. I have to.
Which Peach do you watch the most other than yourself?
This is no pitch at all. Like, I like to catch a lot sometimes when he's streaming, but he doesn't stream anymore. So I don't really watch
loudest.
other pitches because they don't play as much. I used to love Polish. I learned so many from them. It was like, when I got 3-0 white Polish, I was, dude, this is like a completely new world for me. At the Smash World Tour, like, Peach can be like that. Oh my God.
That was a very good. I think I commentated that set. That was a
Oh, you
very good
commented
set.
that?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
crazy. I was so prepared, but they destroyed me so hard. But then I copy everything, and I beat them back. So
So you're like a perfect cell type, where it's like,
yeah,
or like
they are the genius, and I just like copy it.
copy. Yeah.
I did really feel like in that era there was. I remember watching Polish versus Lod, kind of making the same observation myself. that Polish and Laud played very differently, and I feel like, as I observed, like Laud, for instance, I feel like Laud, and I'm sure a lot of this was intentional between the top Peach players. I feel like they took a lot from each other.
Yeah.
I feel like their style started like because there were some
melding.
There were some like very clear areas where one was better than the others in a certain aspect, and I feel like now, as a consequence of that, the entire Peach community at the top level has gotten a lot more complete.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your pool?
I have 3 foxes.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
I have Cody, Moky,
Moky.
and Cnap, I think.
Okay.
So. And I really love to play versus Fox. I play a lot of Kingu, a lot of Ricks, like really, really good foxes in Europe, especially versus Peach. We play. The person I play the most ever is Ricks. He's really, really good in the matchup. So I feel ready. Let's see. They're pretty good too. I saw Moky warming up versus Aura too. So I'm like, okay, I need to focus. But I have no fear, so I want to try.
No fear.
You seem excited. You
Yeah,
seem
I want to play it.
excited.
Yeah.
No fear.
I think
Also,
this
it's
trip
so
will
nice
make
to play on CRT because I rarely play on CRT. I just
Yeah.
play monitor on ranked. So when I play on CRT, I'm like, dude, it's so smooth. I feel really good.
Yeah.
CRT is a great feeling.
It's the best.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the SFET tweet.
Yeah.
That's right, dude.
The deep
That's
cut.
right. He's evil. This guy's evil. He's the agent of chaos over here. dude.
Chaotic good over here.
Also, if I feel like the oh, sorry.
No, go.
Yeah, I feel like the Rock Lee buff when Rock Lee throw the heavies, like the super heavy thing. So when I practice on monitor, I feel like pretty bad, and then I switch to CRT and I go so much faster.
Right.
So I got the buff
Yeah.
out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well,
Hopefully you can, show us some. First of all,
Yeah,
awesome
let's see.
Fox gameplay or Peach
Yeah.
versus Fox
Yeah.
gameplay. Best of luck this weekend, Trif.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Glad you're here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Glad you're
Great
here.
to see you again.
Thank you for the Eggdog team
Glad you're here.
here.
Yeah.
Also gonna be at Riptide, so
Oh yeah, Riptide next
yeah,
week.
I'm gonna go
I
to
saw a
both.
lot of
I'm so
peaches.
excited.
At that
Yeah.
tournament.
get it.
Yeah, thank you
And
so
a
much,
lot
guys.
of Breffen. Did you guys see that?
Oh, that's
Oh.
You guys, yeah.
go.
Peace out, Trif.
They released like a joke seating. It was all Dreffen. Like
Good.
every single person.
Good. That should be the case.
Up next.
That's right. Another familiar face.
That's right.
Hey, New York crowns him the king of New York.
The king of New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
They said that New York is so blunt, man.
Undefeatable
I'll
at
never-
the
Yo,
nightclub.
What's good, guys? Yo,
Like-
what's
King of
What's
New
up?
York, man.
Playing to win is completely.
is there a headset for me or do
No,
Nah,
yeah, you
that's
just hear
how.
it. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Aklo, why don't you talk about that quote of yours? Playing to win is completely different than playing to not lose. Is that what it said?
Wait, what did you say?
It was like a Twitter quote. It was.
Playing to win is different than playing to not
Oh,
lose.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was something that I
completely
realized, like, that earlier this year, after especially I got ranked, I was playing to not lose. And what that means basically is, like, I was playing with a little bit of fear. And I was thinking, like, what happens if I lose? Like, what happens to my rank? What's going to happen to, like, stuff like that. And, like, ultimately, if you're thinking about that when you're playing, like, it's just going to get in your own head, you know?
Yeah, I'd argue you kind of already lost by playing not to
Exactly,
lose.
yeah. And like one also thing about that is just because like I realize that doesn't mean that I'm able to completely stop doing that also. It's two
Right,
different things.
Right.
The awareness is good though. That's
Yeah,
the first
That's
step.
true. That's the first step.
That's the
Admitting
I
the
think
problem.
knowing it and feeling it, and then despite that, doing it anyway. Like, you have that issue, but you still try to fight it,
Right.
in real time. And,
Yeah.
that's always impressive. I think you'll get better at that anyway, just playing to win more.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
Do you plan on using the link more often, even in like the matchups that you traditionally might not be using the link?
Did you say plan on using the link more?
Yeah. Do you plan
Yeah,
on using
what's
a link?
your
Like,
what's your character
spread?
breakdown spread strat for the
Okay.
weekend?
It's funny. I was actually just talking to Radar outside about this. So like going into the weekends, like I don't really have a plan on which character I'm gonna use, but I was telling him like, for example, I might break it out if I play Zain. Zain, for example.
FD, you go link.
Yeah, FD Zain, but like maybe even not FD Zain too.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
Dreamland,
actually, I took a game off Zain with Link at Shine, with Link on Dreamland.
Oh.
Land.
Yeah. But
Keep it on the DL.
sometimes it also depends on like how hot the opponent is playing, how well they know Link. Like personally, I don't think Zain is great versus Link, but I think he's just so great anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are the players you just don't break it out against? Like, who are the
Oh,
Link's
definitely
players?
like the Spacey players. Yeah.
Right.
The Sheik players. I think Falcon beats Link the hardest, actually.
Oh yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah, I think that's his hardest
That
one.
makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Stomp knee out here doing work.
You know.
How are you feeling about your pool?
I actually think my pool is. I got a pretty good draw. I think. I got
You're
Spark.
Tango,
Oh, no.
Mango, and Spark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
the
you've
things,
shown some good stuff against all those players.
What was that?
I feel like you've shown some good stuff against all those players.
Yeah, dude. I've taken Mango to like game 5 like 3 or 4 times.
You've had some classics with Mango. You've had some classics.
They're all really good sets, but I have just not come out on top yet. So
Right.
It's crazy how like I think both you and Mango play like you both play nervous, of course, because everybody has nerves. But
Right,
like
right.
you two are some of the best players at dealing with nerves. And when that like culminates in game 5, you both are doing like crazy stuff that like shouldn't be working. It's like all happening back to back. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
the last one I tipped off this year, that one was so close. This was game 5 last
Oh, yeah.
stock.
I remember that.
Yeah.
In those game 5 situations last stock, because you mentioned the other mentality thing that you're trying to fix, do you
Right.
think, oh my god, I'm 1 stock away from beating Mango?
I'd say like when I'm on the respawn platform, I think that I'm just like, no, shut up. Don't think that. So I think I'm actually good at. I've gotten a lot better at like not getting stuck in that mindset, like how you said. But like end of the day, like it's you still gotta outplay like Mango, and that's a hard thing to do, you know.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, hey, you seem like you've been going to a lot of stuff, you know.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen you everywhere, man.
I went to the only tournament I didn't go to this year was Pat's house, and I went to all
Like
the
the only
majors
big
plus like a few regionals. What?
And
The only big turn.
Yeah.
And
Like
you're
you weren't
somebody-
teleporting around.
You're somebody who I feel like as recently as I don't know 2-3 years ago, I feel like I remember talking to you quite recently, and you hadn't traveled anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's really been a lifestyle change for you.
Yeah, no.
How's that feel?
It's honestly it's pretty surreal, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to do this without Nouns, and without any of this support that I currently get to. But yeah, Summit 2021. That was actually my first out of state tournament, and then my first like real major.
Wow.
Was Pound 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Post COVID.
Dang, so much has changed in them last 2 years.
Yeah. Like I always played, but I just didn't travel and compete, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about Aklo back when he was like 12 because he beat Emu
dude.
Killer with Link.
Yeah, that's right. In some other game.
Yeah.
In some other game.
I heard about Aklo back when you were a toddler. Where
Yeah,
you
no.
learned how to wave dash before you learned how to read.
Yeah.
That's
actually-
a crazy fact.
That's a
Craziest
fact.
fact.
So a lot of
That's
people think that's a joke, but I actually could wave dash before I learned how to read. Yeah.
That is
Craziest
Yeah,
thing.
wait, is that
real?
Actually, I still
That's
can't
real.
read.
That's real.
I still can't read.
He's on that
Yeah.
chess.
Still can't read,
grandmaster
still
stuff.
can't read.
Like all the chess grandmasters
read.
playing since they were like 4 years old. That's just
Yeah.
Aklo with Melee.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I feel like part of like, you know how like your brain develops like different like pathways, like
Yeah.
I feel like part of my brain just has like Melee in it probably.
Oh, definitely. In the same way that we ride bikes, your brain is just wired
Yeah.
for wave dashing.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. That makes sense.
Wow.
Wild.
Well, I think we got to go to the next guest, huh?
That's
I
right.
think.
Best of
But
luck this weekend.
Aklo,
Thank you guys.
Legend, man.
Thank you guys.
Always-
23.
I'm a
yeah,
big
he's-
fan of watching Aklo's
Aklo's
gameplay.
3 years. Aklo's been alive only 3 years longer than Cnap has been playing the game.
Oh my God.
You
Crazy
love
to think
see
about.
it. I remember commentating a set at Ohio Regional, and it was Dreffin versus OG Kid, and like, I don't know, dude, Dreffin's literally like 20 years older than OG Kid. It was
The
like
biggest
wild.
Biggest
Yeah,
age
it was like the
disparity.
craziest age.
But I've also heard OG Kid is not as young as he looks.
Nah, I think he's like 16.
16, 17?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Dreffin's what, like 37, 30?
Late
He's
30s.
old enough to be his dad.
21 years,
And-
yeah.
and Dreffin is
21
the
years.
dad.
Yeah,
21
Dreffin is the
21 years,
dad.
yeah. 21 years.
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable.
But
I could be wrong with
Yeah.
their ages, so if they hear this, you know.
here's
sorry.
somebody who's definitely not a dad, or if he is, I would be surprised. at least.
Yeah, but
What an intro. Insane intro. Let's bring Spark up here.
Let's bring him in. Look at that.
This is my boy, man.
A little something to take the edge off.
What's up, Zain?
What's up?
All right.
What's up?
What's the inspiration behind your little gamer quote there?
My what?
A little something to take the edge off. What's that in reference to?
That's just something I say really often.
You-
Usually
okay,
referring
so
to like
something I know
ice
about
cream or something.
Something I know about you is that you find little things that you like to say.
Yeah, and I
then
keep saying them.
You keep saying them.
Yeah.
You've been saying that lately? See,
Yeah,
that's how I
just
know
a
I haven't
lot,
seen you
you know?
recently.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most recent example of you finding a little something to take the edge off?
Last night I had a Korean shaved ice with Chango.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there.
We got this just obscene Oreo thing. It was awesome. And that shit took the edge off, I will say.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Just
that.
a little something.
Is there something in Melee that you do to take the edge off?
Oh, run off poof.
Ooh.
That
Ah,
shit
yeah.
takes the edge off.
All right.
I'm addicted to it.
Oh, yeah.
I've thrown thousands of dollars away doing that. And nobody thinks I'm cool anyway. I just do it for me.
We all think you're cool.
We do
thanks,
think
man.
you're
That's
cool.
the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
You so famously, not very famously, you went 2-2 in Third Strike at Evo.
I did,
like,
yeah,
last
winners.
month. Winners.
Yeah.
Won 2 sets in winners.
What can I say?
Do you feel like that experience grew you as a competitive gamer overall?
I will say that, yeah. Because the way I play Third Strike is completely opposite to how I play Melee.
Okay.
And it reminded me about playing the human being in front of me. When I play Melee, I try to solve characters. I try to solve matchups. That's why, my best matchups, it's not Fox. Like, we can all agree. It's, maybe
don't
like...
get me started with you and Fox, man. This guy.
It's not
man.
Fox because when you beat Fox, you outplay him, you outsmart him, you play the human being, and you read them, right? When I play Melee, I do really well against like the clown characters, Ice Climbers. A lot of the time, I do pretty well. Like Luigi, Marth, I'm pretty good. I'm Falcon, I cook.
Yeah.
But it reminded me that you just have to play the human being in front of you and read the shit out of him. So when I played Third Strike, I did 17 sweeps in a row, and as soon as
who do
they
you
thought
use?
I used Ken. I play Ken.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as they thought that I was gonna do another sweep, I just did universal overhead.
That.
Yeah, and then I just messed with their head. I did EX Tatsu one way,
And
EX
then
Tatsu
did
the other way,
It's
making
like a
airplane
death
noises
I love
back
you
and
feel
forth.
like you just troll in Street Fighter. That's what.
No, dude, I'm cooking, bro. See me.
It's like completely opposite
dude.
of what you do, man. Like,
Yeah.
Melee, it's like
It's all business.
It's like a math problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got
No,
the
that's true.
algorithm with Third Strike. You just pressing shit, man.
Yeah.
There's
Complete
water
opposite.
basket weaving.
But you excited about your pool?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's a little tough, dare I say.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
second seed of my pool, but the third seed is Aklo, and I'm like, and Chango is a Jigglypuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, She versus Jigglypuff.
That match.
Vibes can be off at
That's
times.
not taking the edge off.
Chango's in the background nodding like,
Yeah. And Mango and I, we went game 5 last time we played, but I feel like he's pretty good. So, a
definitely
little bit
pretty good.
scary opponent.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to do my best. Happy to learn. I've been studying, been grinding, just going to do what I can,
Speaking of, I've been wanting to ask you, like, how do you feel about, how highly you've been ranked? I feel like this is the highest I've ever seen you ranked, and you always, no matter what, have like had that enthusiasm. So.
Yeah.
See that number. Not to say that that's everything, but
I will say.
And what are you ranked right now?
It's 12.
12.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
really-
am
that's
very
high.
happy about the number. I thought it was a very good number. I'm very grateful for it. It's hard, there's like a imposter syndrome, shit like that. It was a very big jump from 24 like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And
double.
I do think it's because I got 2 really big wins, and I do think the panel rewards the big wins, right? And they do that across the board. So, I got the Zamu win, I got the Moky win, I believe like 2 Sunsei wins, Aklo win, just like. And so
you won Eggdog Scramble.
I did,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
I won Eggdog
Speaking of
Scramble in this
Eggdog,
venue.
Yeah.
It was a good
In
time.
this venue, do you think that gives you an advantage? I didn't want to use the word
Maybe.
edge because
you don't want to
I'm not trying to take
it would be
that one.
confusing. It'd be confusing.
It might, honestly. This is my favorite city in the world, so maybe there's some magic in the air.
Really?
You know?
What magic in the air?
What about Vancouver makes it your
it's
favorite?
just beautiful, and the food is incredible, and the dessert is incredible. And I don't know, man. That's all I need. I'm a simple man. You know, that's all I need to have a good time.
Especially coming from Arizona, you get that nice breeze.
The nice breeze. Listen, like I enjoy the heat as much as the next guy, but sometimes the vibe very shambles.
Yeah.
Especially at this time of year. Shush.
Yeah, it's rough. But unfortunately, Zay, we got to go to the next guest. But it's always good to see you, man.
We'll miss you, Zay.
Always. It's my boy. Watch them come out the trenches. Used to go to every maid. Him and Azel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they really grinded.
Yeah, old NorCal homies.
Yeah.
But we got Moky now.
Yep, Moky.
Moky.
Honestly, is Moky the first Canadian so far that we've interviewed?
I think so, because we haven't gotten.
No way.
The first Canadian on the mic today.
Yeah, I was like, we're in Canada. We ain't interviewed no Canadians yet, man.
I don't even know if any Canadians are in here. Are they? I feel like no. I mean,
Soonsei
is going to try to make it.
Soonsei's in the LCQ, but yeah. Also, we saw the Moky tweet talking about his 100 unranked.
Wait, what is it?
Like
the
Day 999 stream
I cannot read that.
Yeah.
Stream ends when the streak dies or when I get 100 wins in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which has been like a very fun trend to see on Melee streaming culture.
Yeah, you started this, right? This is your thing. This is your little baby.
I mean, it's I stole HBox's thing.
Oh, you stole
But
HBox's thing?
because I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it, and if I lose, I end stream. And then I lost like my second one. I was like, okay, fuck that, I'm going again. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do it every day until I do it. And so I guess it's like kind of my thing, but I stole it from HBox.
a little pull and twist.
How far did HBox get? Did he finish it?
I don't know if he's ever done 100.
Has anyone finished it?
No, I really don't know.
Okay.
What's the closest you got?
I'll tell you. Yeah.
I got 71.
71?
Yeah.
Axe got 98.
98 is tough.
And
98 is
then
real
lost
tough.
to Logos. Yeah.
That's tough.
98 and lost to Logos.
Yeah.
Logos is a good player.
I know, but
Not the Logos.
people don't tell you about the stamina that takes too.
Also,
Like,
Logos plays OKP a lot, so that helps.
Right. Yeah. That would make sense.
But
I got. I think 24 was my best. I only did it once.
Yeah, it's hard, especially on the East Coast. It's like brutal. You have killers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of
Like I feel like everyone I run into is like just someone sniping me, and it's like a top 100 player. I'm like, why is it so hard?
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm like last stock sweatfest every single game.
You think your odds would be easier if you didn't stream it?
If
Obviously,
you didn't
that would
announce it,
negate
yeah.
the point,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I do it at the
Absolutely.
same time. I realize I do it every time when people are off work too, because I start at 5.
Right.
So I'm just like really asking for like
Oh,
the
you're going to
toughest,
start at
but-
4 one day and
Yeah.
you're just going to cruise through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think I feel like hearing about it from everyone, how much pressure it is, it feels like it's oddly good practice, actually, for being unranked. Do you think that's the case or no?
I think it depends. I think it does show you what you're like ass at. Like I keep losing to Ice Climbers and Peach. And I'm like, you know what? I probably should work on that. So it really depends. I think it's honestly not that bad. I do run into a lot of like really good people. And if you do like lose, you can be like, okay, why'd I lose? And then, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's something on the line with each unranked match, when normally there isn't.
It is unfortunate when like you get just a bad RNG pick of like stage
Which
or character.
is bound to happen in
Which is
100
bound to
games.
happen. Yeah, like
Right.
I remember getting Sheik FD and I was like, let's
But that's
play this.
how it is.
Yeah, you just have to deal with those bad counter picks sometimes.
I think it can help translate sometimes. Not fully, but you just. I guess the best part about the unranked thing, the challenge is you expect the unexpected. So no matter what, you're just going into situations blind. And sometimes that can help, roll over into – obviously with sets it's a little different, but,
Yeah.
Have you been enjoying the balance you've struck with streaming, content creation, playing Melee?
Yeah,
How do
I
you
mean,
like
it's
it?
actually been, it's funny because I started doing that challenge because it was just, I was helping my girlfriend move. And I was like, okay, I want to stream less.
Right.
And I was like, okay, if I lose, then it's like going to be a short stream. But then I'm like, now that I'm like not doing that anymore and I have more time, I'm like, actually using it to be more productive because I edit the shorts I do too. So I've been like, I end stream and I edit, and I've been learning how to edit by doing it. And then on top of it, after I do that, like if it's like a short day and I just got my ass kicked, then I'm like, okay, I have time now to like actually like play someone and get like a practice stream session on and like, yeah. So I think it's been like actually really good, yeah.
Oh, so the YouTube videos that people might watch you edit those.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
super dope, man.
Yeah.
That's cool to know.
No, it's been like I have like a whole system. I just like lose and then I'm like pissed and I jump in front of my camera and I just like rant about it and then I upload it and I edit it. Yeah.
Good editing. Wow.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man.
Good stuff.
How
do you feel being some of the only Canadian representation here? Do you feel like you carry the country on your back sometimes in tournaments like this, where you're one of the few or maybe the only one?
I don't know. I try not to really think of it like that because I kind of like, I think it's like bound to happen. It happened a lot with like None, and it's happening now with Sunsei too, where people compare the two.
Right.
But I feel like with the comparisons, then like you kind of end up deep down like wishing that your pals do bad. Because then it makes you do better, like socially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like if people are like, oh, like Sunsei is better than you, then I'm like, well, good. I want to see that guy get fucked up. But like, I don't think that's how it should be.
Right.
So I really don't, because I love Sunsei. I love seeing him do well. So I try not to think of that stuff really at all, because I just, I don't know. I feel like I don't like having those kind of comparisons and stuff, especially when like the bigger picture is like, at least to me, is just coming here and playing internationally.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah,
It is ultimately a 1v1 game.
That is facts.
You know.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you as a Canadian, specifically from Toronto, what are to you? Because I don't know, but what are the biggest differences between like East Coast Canada?
They don't do bagged
West
milk
Coast
over
Canada?
Yeah, they don't do bagged
They
milk.
don't do
yeah.
bagged milk over here.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
don't.
okay.
What? Bagged milk?
Yeah.
you don't-
That's you know about the
What is
bag
the
Yeah,
milk?
we don't know. Yeah, so we have like this plastic carton with a handle, and we get milk bags. Like it's literally just a bag of milk, and you put the milk in the carton. I hate it because sometimes the milk trickles down into the
the carton.
into like the carton
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
and it just smells like shit because you just have like
no.
week old milk in there. I'm like, it's like, do I want to wash this every time? I don't know.
Is there not a
probably
special?
should.
You keep calling it like a plastic card. Is there not like a name for it? Like
I
the
don't
carton
know.
thing?
Maybe there is. I'm just not sophisticated, I guess. I mean, I'm using fucking bagged milk.
Right. So they just do normal cartons out here.
Yeah, they do cartons out here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's the mountains, bro. Like, every time I come
yeah.
here, I'm like, it's just wild. Because Toronto's, like, overall pretty flat.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. It's funny because it just feels so different to me being here than in Toronto. Like, I feel like I'm in the States just because, like, before I came to Vancouver, like, feels so different that, like, I'm like, okay, that's, like, the States. But no, I'm just in Canada. I didn't talk to some, like, asshole border guard. I'm still over here. I'm still, you know, kicking it.
Got
So.
off, right.
It's true. Like geographically, Toronto's kind of, it's like sort of like the Midwest. Like it's
yeah.
right. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like next to pretty
Great
much next
Lakes.
to-
Yeah.
right. Great Lakes, and you know Vancouver's Pacific Northwest. So geographically, yeah, definitely very different. Mountainous, a lot of greenery out here, a lot of trees.
Yeah, for sure.
Cartons.
Yeah.
Cartons.
Can't
man.
forget
Yeah.
the carton.
Crowds.
Well, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely going to be a. I don't know. It's going to be a treat to watch you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always, man.
Fingers crossed.
Always good to watch you.
Very exciting
I don't know
player.
if we can reach.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, guys.
Yep.
All right.
All right, next.
Coming up next. Wow.
Got the man.
It's a really funny
the
quote.
myth,
That is a great
the
quote.
legend.
Plup Club. I love Plup.
At Plup Club, I love Plup.
That's right.
Go.
The
Who does
response
it, right?
To a tweet.
That's
I
facts.
thought this was gonna be the extend into infinity tweet.
Hey.
Whoa.
Yo, Luminosity's
Classic.
own.
I do want to know,
What's up?
How you doing?
Wizzy, what was going through your head when you made that extend into infinity tweet? Like,
You mean like years ago?
yeah.
Trying to remember.
Is the camera? We got to put the camera.
Oh,
on.
they
yeah.
did the
He's
We got to
deep in
swap it.
thought.
There we go.
Sometimes there's moments where you say profound things and then it ends. And then, yeah. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Boom. Quote that right there.
I like that.
But that one didn't end. That one extended.
Into.
Or somewhat.
I'm not thinking
love it.
straight right
Yeah.
now,
I
so.
love it.
Wizzy, how you feeling about your bracket this weekend in general?
So, I mean, do we know past the pool?
No.
No?
How do you feel about your pool?
Okay, so the pool.
Yeah.
Pool's pretty good.
I was thinking
I definitely. I mean, I got a pretty good draw for the pool. I think. I have Aura, Peach, Lowercase Hero, Fox, and then Zain. So like, out of all like the hardest seeds, I would rather fight Zain than fight like Cody or Mango. So I think it was a good draw for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a question for you regarding the other Falcons that you watch and study from, and you know what your thoughts are on the other Falcons. Because I heard something interesting that in an interview somewhere that you said that you feel like the decision making that you watch from Salt is actually kind of similar to your decision making.
Yeah,
Can you speak about that a little bit more? Because I thought that was really interesting.
yeah. So I think I actually spent a lot of time trying to watch like as much videos of the other Falcons as I can, even if like sometimes a lot of times I'll watch and like I don't see anything that like sticks out to me. It's like, okay, that's like typical S2J, typical none, whatever gameplay. Sometimes I'll see something crazy and I'm like, oh, okay, that looks interesting. I'll think about that or look into that or clip it or something. But I actually haven't watched Salt a ton, but the amount I have watched, I think like she has her own style, but I think I feel like one of the problems for me is when I watch like S2J or None fight like a given player, their style is just so different from mine that sometimes it's hard for me to like translate like how will that look like when I play them. Obviously we play Falcon, but in terms of style, their styles are like a lot different. So, but I feel like Salt is closer to me. So like I feel like if let's say X player plays a certain way versus Salt, I think X player is going to play more like that versus me than they would if they played like S2J or None.
Makes sense.
That's very interesting.
So I think it's always exciting when someone's getting really good at your character too, because or like a new person's getting good with the character because it just gives you new ideas, right? So I think that's
similar, yeah.
really valuable.
What do you feel? I mean, I feel like for a lot of the spectators, you know, you were a super duper familiar face on the sort of the tournament circuit for a while. I feel like there's a period where, you know, you had a hard time getting to events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now you're kind of a little bit back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
With Nasi picking you up. What's your relationship with Melee like right now?
Relationships basically the same. Not much has changed. Like even when I wasn't going to as many events, I was like planning for my next event. I was like trying to do what I can despite not going to everything, and that hasn't really changed. And I think it's just like a grind right now. Like, you know, this tournament, I'm going to Riptide after this.
Nice.
Just staying diligent, practicing, and yeah, so it hasn't really changed that much outside of maybe going to a little bit more, but just not getting complacent, I think, is important. So kind of internalizing that and staying motivated.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I know that Supernova you played primarily 64.
Yeah.
Is that something that you do right before the tournament, or do you like kind of play 64 on and off throughout the year, or just like for certain tournaments
so
prepare for that month? Or
ideally I play a little bit all year, which I kind of do, but last year I actually didn't play that much 64 throughout the year, but I am kind of able to cram a lot I think for that game because I put in a lot of time before the tournament, and yeah, I think it's kind of like when you're good enough at a game. Like, I don't know how much Plup practices, but it just feels like he just shows up, right?
Right.
So I think when you're like good enough at the game, there's some level of like, I mean, Leffen's actually probably a better example. He talks about how he'll like cram before a tournament, but then he like won one of those LACSs or whatever.
Right.
So I think like, obviously, ideally you don't cram or whatever, but like when you're that good at the game, you can kind of afford to do that to some degree if you're smart about it. But yeah, I would say a little bit throughout the year, but especially like right before, I like play every day and go really hard at it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if you do this now, but back in the day, you said like, yeah, there's times where I'll take a long break, but then when I play, I go crazy for like 3-4 days straight. I don't know if you still do that, but you told me this a long time ago, like
yeah,
5-6 years ago or something.
Yeah, I think so. I think that might have been more of like I think ideally you just play consistently, but that is something that I used to do more. Yeah, I think just playing consistently is the obviously you got to take breaks from time to time, but if you can play consistently, I think that's like the best course of action.
Yeah, definitely. It's always in tune with the game.
Yeah.
Well, exciting to have you here. I mean,
Yeah.
I know everyone is always happy to see you at tournaments.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, man. I feel like it's been a
treat.
while.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah, glad that you're being going
How do you
hard.
feel that Vish is warming everybody up for Falcon for you?
Well, so I was thinking when I first saw the top 16, I was like, Zio just told me how the format actually works. I didn't realize that there's going to be like 4 people from like an open bracket, there's going to be like 4 people from an open bracket who could potentially take the spots of
the bottom 4. Or bottom 4 seeds of the pool.
So
after pools is played out, there will be bottom seeds of the pool.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that, but I just saw the top 16. I'm like, okay, there's like a bunch of matchups I don't have to worry about this tournament. And after hearing that, I'm like, crap.
Potentially, there's like
going to be more
PK
matchups. Yeah.
Or something else.
Right. Or Falcon Ditto.
Or Falcon Ditto.
Yeah.
Well, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Wizzy.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Congrats again on the sponsor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love Plub.
That's
a good quote. That's a solid quote.
I feel like he expertly dodged my question.
that was so good. That's professionalism.
That's professionalism.
That's
right
professionalism.
There.
That's what they don't
right
teach
there.
you.
Yeah.
That's what they don't
How do you feel about visual? Well, here's what's interesting.
The bracket.
Here's the thing about
that was masterful.
Yeah,
that was masterful.
That's
but
right.
we got aMSa.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Look at that.
Yep.
aMSa, how are you? So, okay, first of all, I feel like, how are you feeling back in Vancouver? You're back in Vancouver.
Yeah, back in Vancouver.
What does that feel like?
Yeah, it's like I'm back to my home country.
Home country. Because you were in Canada.
Yeah, I'm in Canada like the last year, like from 2022 to 2023. But my working holiday visa, my visa got expired, and I got married as well.
Congrats.
So then,
Congrats.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. I'm living with my wife right now. Then after that, my last tournament was a tip-off.
Okay.
Basically, I'm entering the tournament like almost every month. But this year I missed SmashCon, Supernova.
Okay.
Supernova, right? No, there's so many top players. I really miss the Supernova experience. So, but you make it the top 3, right?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience.
Yeah, that top 8 was so weird. Pikachu, Donkey Kong, and Fox.
There was Fox.
Yeah.
The Donkey
And no
Kong.
Yoshi.
No
Yeah,
Yoshi.
no Yoshi. No, I was so
You definitely would have been
Which
up
is
there.
rare these days.
But
Yeah, that's true.
But actually, some Yoshi players getting better and better. Like the Egg Money makes the game 5 against the Mango.
Oh, Egg Money did the best against Mango of anyone.
Daniel. Very
Daniel
solid.
gets better and better. He's
Daniel.
grinding a lot recently, and he's on the top 20 or something around the on 3B ranked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's an MDVA Yoshi, Box Yoshi.
Oh, I've heard of Daniel.
Very
That's
Yes.
cool. You keeping up with the other Yoshi.
Yeah.
No, there's been a lot of like Yoshi's Rising Mono, pretty solid as well.
Yeah, true. Mono as well. And Nez Mod God is when he grinds a lot, he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Do you give a lot of advice? Are you part of like a lot of these?
Yeah, when people ask me something, then I can give them some tips. So, but we have the Yoshi code, the Yoshi Discord server. They're talking a lot of stuff about the Yoshi stuff, and they got better and better. That's good.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, do you ever learn anything from the other Yoshi players?
Yeah, sometimes I checked it.
Can you do the reverse up B egg stall that?
Messenger. I started to use it.
Yeah, that seems really good. It's just so hard, right?
Zain is crazy though.
Yeah, Daniel plays crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
I was gonna ask. You mentioned a little bit of Fox disdain. Your comments on Supernova. Do you have anything new you've been trying against Fox? Anything you want to share?
Yeah,
you want to keep secret?
just trying to get the good combo.
Yeah.
Against the
hit the Fox and kill him.
Right? Yeah.
But especially one of the important thing against the Fox is 100% edge guarding.
Edge guarding.
Yeah. Can't drop edge guards.
Yes. Yeah, and making some good clips for the streaming.
Of course.
It's good.
If you clip the Fox, you mentally boom them a little bit.
Yeah. It always helps. Honestly, that's like a Melee thing. I feel like that we always talk about how Melee is such a momentum game. And when you hit someone really hard, feel like you take the wind out of their sails. You know, they lose momentum.
Especially when you get like a flawless edge guard too. Like you don't get like with Fox, you don't get burned or nothing like that. It's just like clean stock. You're like,
Yeah, but Fox always makes me nervous.
Right?
When Fox player trying to land the up smash, every single time hit me because Yoshi's hard box is as big as FT, so that always hit me. And when I did a false smash or down smash or something, every time I got phantom hit.
Oh.
Maybe you see it?
Hey.
You see it, Cody?
Oh, that's true?
Yeah.
Actually, I was wondering. Recently, when I play ranked matches or unranked matches or something, and like playing some sweepy matches, and almost every match I got phantom hit. That's so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
It must be some Yoshi thing.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Hopefully, now that you're back in Vancouver, the Vancouver, maybe it's just because you're gone, and now the Vancouver Melee is going to treat you better. You're not going to get any phantom hits.
Right? When was the last time you were here? Like last time you were like
competing in North America or?
Yeah.
Oh no, just in
living
Vancouver.
in Vancouver.
Living,
Oh.
yeah.
1 year ago now?
Yeah, it's actually until the 2023 September, but I'm back here for the Battle BC.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Battle of BC.
Cool.
It's like the merge or
I think that was also the last time I traveled to a tournament.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a out of state for a
yeah.
tournament since Battle of BC, so
Vancouver brings everyone
apparently
out.
I only come
Yeah.
to Vancouver tournaments now.
Yeah.
To be fair, there hasn't been that many West Coast tournaments, and I know like it's hard to get to like.
West Coast, I'm not fighting these.
Yeah, like I feel you, and you're coming from Japan, like
Yes.
that's rough,
Really
man.
far.
Yeah.
Dude, even I don't want to go back to the East Coast.
You've been talking about you've been talking about how you like the West Coast. The weather is better.
But we have the don't back on the grass.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's true.
That's
park on
good.
the grass.
It's in Seattle, so Seattle is like just 9 hour flight from Japan. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Just
yeah,
9
that's
hours.
short.
Yeah. Just a minute.
right? Just a quick 9. You know what I mean?
How do you keep yourself entertained on the flights? Is there anything that you bring? Do you bring some manga, or do you like
Yeah, I'm
get
just
some videos?
Yeah, I just downloaded some my favorite like a manga or something on Kindle using Kindle or something.
Okay.
Then just sleep a bit and then
Sleep a bit.
read manga. Recently, I watched I read the One Piece.
Oh, you read One Piece?
One Piece, I really love it.
Did it finish? I made that up.
Uh-huh.
Something else. finished.
I feel like that show
Never
was like
gonna
I just made that up.
One
Never gonna
Piece.
Yeah,
and,
One
like,
Piece
The
is-
Simpsons
Oh, I'm
will
thinking
never
of.
die, bro.
I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of?
Attack
Something
on
else
Titan?
finished.
One Piece is pretty good. I really want to recommend,
My
but
Hero finished.
I don't recommend the animation.
Manga's
is
better.
Yeah, because when the animation gets closer to the original manga, they get slower and slower. The pace is down.
Filler and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they're trying to make the new one on. I think that this year they will start renewing all of the One
Yeah,
Piece.
like a new.
Yeah.
new
Oh wow.
So people should wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
like a
Sounds
remake.
kind of like what they did with Hunter x Hunter, right? Hunter x Hunter, they
they
animated it twice.
By the way, as for the Eggdog, the Invitational for this tournament, I'm so excited to play the Rivals.
Yes.
As well.
That is the next thing that's happening on stream
Who
right
do you
after
play?
this.
I play Maple.
Maple.
Oh.
Maple is pretty.
What kind of? Okay, so my understanding is Clarin is like a Marth. Rano is
Did
like
I
a
give you, I
Sheik.
gave you my spiel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying Fleet is like Peach Pit. Somebody, Peach Pit Pikachu, all the P characters.
Yeah.
What kind of character is Maple?
Maple is it's like the mix up with the Pikachu and the Fox, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, very fast.
Fast
very
character.
good
Yeah,
hitboxes.
very fast character. So many mix up, and the character is also small,
Small.
so they can dodge in some.
Oh, you must like that. Now
Yeah.
the random up smash isn't going to hit your nose.
Yeah.
Not like Yoshi.
Not like
'Cause
Yoshi.
Yoshi's
Yeah.
big.
Oh, the Maple hurt box is so small. I get that sounds.
Pancake.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
this.
So you like
So
that.
good. I like it. So also started is Arcane. Just a little bit. Arcane.
Arcane.
But the character is so complicated. So the Arcane is really like it's like it's like a Yoshi. It's a big hurt box, but some can do some weird options. But I really like the game. I'm thinking of competing in the game more.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Dope, man.
Not sure how many Japanese smashers gonna start to play the library because you guys know that on the chats as well. Japanese people are we have so many weebs, so that they really like the anime characters, like the VTuber, like the some girls anime characters. But Libers does not have that kind of character, so the
it's
not sure.
It's not. It's not.
I swear, if they use a HoloLive character, 100% all of the Japanese Smashers gonna play.
Yeah, that's the next. We'll have to put Dan in touch
Add
with
an anime girl to Rival
please.
Q.
I really love it. Really love the game. Hope more Japanese Smasher play in Libers too.
Yeah.
And the Melee as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, thank you, aMSa. I
Yeah,
hope you do
that
well
was-
this weekend.
Yeah, I'm so
Best
excited.
of luck.
Yes.
We'll find a way to get those weebs interested. We'll get them somehow, one way or another.
Yes, sir.
It's it's a thing we were talking about. This it's the sorts of things you need to do as a game developer to attract people to your game.
Yeah, branding the character.
Branding marketing the right. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Right.
I want to play Goku. I want to play Vegeta.
Right.
It's
Right.
smart.
Marvel.
Right.
So.
Oh, look who
We got
it
the
is.
big dog.
Number one.
The big dog's been a while,
Yeah,
bro. I
it
feel like
has.
we haven't talked. A big dog.
If Mango
What's
keeps
up?
working out, I'm gonna need a bigger pillow.
What's my quote?
Okay.
Is that what you said?
That's the quote.
Don't quote me on that.
If Mango keeps
They quoted
working
you.
out,
It's already done.
I'm gonna need a.
I did not say that.
You said that.
I did
It
not.
says it right there.
They can't
Quote
do that.
Zain.
That's a good tweet. You could just steal that tweet and do it.
It was tweeted on my account.
Oh.
It was tweeted on your
You
account.
just lied to me.
Dude, your Twitter be
Well,
wild.
you don't really run your account anymore.
I don't
feel
even know who I am
I feel
anymore.
like you've got a social media manager named Moky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. But I get some on his account every now and then.
There you go.
know?
Nice.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask this
Yeah.
because I've seen you play Moky like in tournament. You beat him in tournament.
Right.
typically.
Never lost.
Yes.
Why do I feel like he tweets on your account more than you tweet on his account? Is that
What do you
my
want me to say? You want me to say he's better than me?
No, I want an explanation. I want an explanation. I don't get it.
I usually win the stuff that don't have tweets on the line. For some reason, when tweets are on the line, he extra locks in.
So when there's pressure, you don't do well.
I
Well,
have
that
some
doesn't make
advice I
sense.
can
He
get
wins a
Moky. I think I can get Moky to start beating
Oh
him
my
in tournament.
God, yeah, this
Put a
is
tweet on it? Put a
If he
tweet
played
on
his
it?
tournament
Yeah,
matches like
yeah.
that, it'd be different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh
his,
my
if it
God.
was
You
also
just
my
gotta
Falco,
put a
his
tweet
peach.
on it, man.
Yeah.
You might get nervous, bro.
If we're ever in Grands, we'll do a tweet on the stage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah, that's not your.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, it's kind of obviously a return to the invitational format. This is a little bit something that we haven't done in a while. How are you kind of feeling? Do you treat these sorts of events differently than open brackets, mentally?
I used to not do that through all those summits, and I want to treat it differently this time. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like at summits during the group stages, I would go so hard. Like I would just like 3-0 everyone in my pool, and I'd be like, I'm playing
And
so
then be
good,
gassed.
and then I exhaust all my energy, and I never won a summit in person, so I don't want to take the group stage as seriously. Like obviously I'm aiming for first seed,
Right.
but I'm not going to invest nearly as much effort as I will on Sunday. Sunday's just got to be the big day.
Yeah. It's like you have a certain amount of energy. And
Yeah.
You have to, like,
I
maintain
mean,
the.
it's exhausting to just like always be that locked in against high level players from the start. It's different.
Yeah. That makes sense. Your pool, it's you, Wizzy,
Yeah.
Aura,
And Lowercase Hero.
Lowercase Hero. How are you feeling about?
It's a good pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good pool for me.
Wizzy, probably the
Hardest draw.
only like
Yeah.
asterisk match potentially.
Yeah, I think the last few times I won versus Wizzy, but at Gommel I won game 5.
Yeah.
So
It's always.
I got to be ready.
He's so consistent.
Yeah, I
what do
feel
you
like-
think's the key?
What's up?
What do you think's the key?
Versus Wizzy or in general?
Ooh.
You question the question.
I think you're
Both.
Okay.
Let's start with versus Wizzy.
Versus Wizzy, I think he's the Falcon I have most success against if I come in with a very strict game plan.
Okay.
So that means playing the percents on both ends, knowing what he wants to go for at my percent and his own percents. Like, I can kind of chart it out, but the problem is he hits like a truck. So if I'm ever like a little shaky on my game plan, it's just a bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like versus Wizzy, it could just go left really fast.
Right.
No matter how good you're playing, like if you mess
Yeah.
up the one time.
But I practiced with JoJo from New York prior to the event, and I think JoJo plays the closest to Wizzy out of all the top Falcons. So it's good practice.
And then what's the other key?
Oh, I don't know, bro.
We're all trying to
We're just trying to. We're all figuring it out.
We're all figuring it out.
Yeah.
If anyone in chat knows.
Good answer.
Yeah,
Good answer.
I'm trying to find the key, let alone unlock the door.
Oof, bars.
But you feeling better, man? I know you had to like skip out on Supernova.
That was a big bummer, just because I hadn't missed a single one since 2015.
Right.
But I have a strict rule, actually.
Yeah.
If June is in the tournament, I drop out.
Yeah.
So if he makes it through, I have to drop out if he makes it through.
What's y'all's record
top
versus each
4
other?
seeds?
He's up on me.
Yeah.
I think I'm up because there was a time where I was.
He was
I
farming at
dogged.
locals.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them where you just like you do good at a tournament, come back, lose with a sheet.
Yeah.
I think the last few were like mostly Zain, but then like the very last set we played in a cave.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
I got a couple of Fox ones in there too.
You did get some.
Have
Fox
y'all
ones.
played since you've
Ugh.
been using DK?
No.
No, never.
Not
Oh,
once.
wow.
But we play in friendlies. He usually.
How's your DK matchup?
I think I'm not super good at it, but when I play it for a bit, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's his DK matchup?
John Coe is better against DK than him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Give me 30 minutes.
I mean,
maybe after 30 minutes, John Coe, he gets
Kadoran
about
got
to say.
that Ringler practice. I'm assuming, right?
I did go game 5 with Ringler at that one.
Oh my goodness, I saw that.
Star
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the sweatiest set of that. I played Mango and Grams. I played Joshman. I played Sunsei. Ringler took me to the limit.
Out of all the people, Ringler was the
everything
one.
else was light work, kinda.
How does it feel to be back on top, being number 1 again?
You are number 1.
Number 1 in the
It feels good. I didn't think about it that much this year, which I'm happy about. Just because it's really stressful to just go from tournament to tournament with that like weight.
Right.
But it feels good to see the effort be represented in that way, and I just want to play. Good.
Melee, yeah.
My main goal.
And this was like a year that you wanted to focus a lot on content.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Like, being able to do this while focusing on it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
I think it's better, just because I have way more mental freedom.
More
in terms of-
relaxed.
more relaxed. I have other avenues to like focus on, so I don't have all my eggs in one basket when it comes to just competing.
Which you did for a while.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
Which helped, but wasn't the best in terms of like just like living. Yeah.
Did the ultimate poisoning actually make things a lot worse for your Melee?
I don't think so. I did get 5th at Tipped Off. So what people don't understand is I beat Axe and Plup back to back at Tipped Off.
You reverse 3-0'd.
I reverse 3-0'd Axe, and I stopped a reverse 3-0 from Plup.
Oh, yeah.
And those were my 2 hardest opponents in like pre-2020. Like if you told me that I would do that in 2019, I'd have been like, fuck yeah. But then I just got 6-0'd in top 8, which Mango was playing way hotter than he is. Like I kind of just coasted in our past sets just by like cheesing him, and I can't get by with that now. And then aMSa, I definitely just didn't put in the work for that event. But I got my Drug Fox lesson on Yoshi, and I have a lot of new stuff, so I want to play him really bad. I'm tired of.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
he's
tired of
lately
it.
been like your like.
Oh, it's like 6 sets or something.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've had that kind of losing streak in a while, so want to play him.
Yeah. Is there anything like in particular, like what a tidbit of your new game plan versus Yoshi?
So I think the biggest thing is not shielding too much, because that's when aMSa kind of just like when he sees that cue to just go in.
Yeah.
And I replace that with CC at low percents so I stay more mobile. And then also the way I go for my Nair, I have to be real preemptive about it. So if I do it early enough, like as a read, as when he's like on liftoff, I can like knock him out of before the double jump armor comes out.
Yeah.
But before I was like kind of walling with it in a predictable way. So he would just
Nair
like,
out.
and from a distance, right?
Yeah.
But if you do it like quick enough in scraps, I can get like quick
Some
like
juicy-
Nair F smash or whatever.
And it's just dead.
And it's just dead,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that's crazy.
So
Wow.
we'll see if that works. I was trying it with Egg Money.
Okay.
But he's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. We were talking about.
we
aMSa
just
was
talked
talking
about
about the
that.
rise of
Yeah.
Yoshi. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
But
Well, I mean, Zain, you know, it's always good to see the big dog back.
Love seeing you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Best of luck. It's going to be a good one.
All right, see ya. But
All right.
Next up.
we got the former big dog.
Yeah, we're getting into the heavy hitters
Michigan,
here.
bro. They gave it Michigan.
Michigan. I quit law school for this. So we've got a little bit of lore here. This is the player.
Hey,
This is the player that basically made the event happen.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard. I don't know the story. Can you enlighten us?
If you go back to the tweet, Jed and Zam tweeted out before the match last year that if I win, we'd have Eggdog Summit.
What?
And, then I won, and now we have Eggdog. We're here. Then I had yesterday. I went to Jed,
Kudos to you, bro. You know, man.
Yeah, I don't know if we can like display that on screen. That would be. I mean, I'm probably asking a lot of production here. They're probably scrambling. They're all panicking.
This is the Eggdog.
No.
They're literally not doing it. They're like, this guy's out of his
They're
goddamn
not even paying attention to what you said.
I'm not trying to do shit. Yeah, okay, my bad. My bad.
I also went up to Jed.
He was like this. He's like this. He's like, I'm doing what now? He's like,
Let him relax. I went to Jed yesterday. I'm like, is that actually true? He's like, I would not have done this if you lost.
All right.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of work. So if you enjoy it,
Yeah, I mean,
you're welcome.
shout outs to them for putting together so much time, effort, people.
Yeah.
It's got a solid vibe. It feels nice.
Yeah, good quality. Good quality.
It is
Quality's
amazing.
nice. We got a lot of steps around. There's a lot of area you can walk around. And there's a lot of good restaurants around here too.
yeah, nice little area for sure. For sure.
The one nice side is the hotels are much closer than the Summit hotels. I could walk you.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Summit hotels.
We're staying hella far away.
Oh well.
We cannot walk in.
That's the
I had 1 minute Uber.
Empire sprawl, bro. Everything is so
Well, did you
far
hear about the B&B debacle?
The what?
A bunch of us had like B&Bs, but apparently there's like some like kingpin B&B scam going on in Vancouver where most places don't actually allow them. So people are running from like some crazy underground shit and being like, "Here, stay in our B&B," and then you get to there and there's a sign that's like, "This is illegal. You can't have a B&B here. If someone gave you this B&B, please report it," or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And like 6 people just lost their B&B because of that.
And they paid for it already.
Well, they got it canceled because you threaten legal action. Usually people are going to fold pretty quickly.
Well,
So
okay, they got their money. That's good. But dang.
yeah, so that that was Jed's fun yesterday.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Learn something new every day.
But
Well,
melee,
right?
The
Super
melee.
Smash Brothers
yeah,
Melee.
Yeah, yeah. How you
Scams
feeling about
aside.
the melee?
Yeah.
Just gonna try to have fun.
Okay.
I've been a little burnt out, a little disenchanted. I'm trying to surround my life with a little more positivity and with people that, you know, like me, want to be around me. And
I respect
sometimes
that.
Twitter, etc., is not the greatest place for that. I've been trying to take a step back a little bit recently, and next 2 months I'm going to take almost completely off,
Nice.
outside of one announced thing that I'm doing after Riptide.
That's
So
healthy.
I'm just going to try to have fun, remember why I like the game, and play and have a good time. That's about it.
Okay.
Nothing else
I
crazy with
respect
it.
it.
It's not like I've been training super hard. But luckily with Melee, you play enough years, you can just play well on any day. You don't really need to train 100%.
Right.
But it does help, obviously, if you do.
Yeah, to be in form, of course, for sure.
Right. Especially, you know, Twitter be on demon time, man.
Yeah.
It's good to take your mind off that stuff. And just,
I can barely hear you.
Shout outs to
I
Stu.
said Twitter is on demon time a lot of times. So
It's been unusable the past 2 or
yeah.
3 months. Like, especially last
Yeah,
2
I
or
don't
3
know what
months, it's been
happened.
unusable.
I feel like it got worse.
I think around like 3 weeks ago it was really good.
Yeah, right.
I
don't know
Yeah,
what.
it was like crazy good
I
back
see.
then.
About that
But
30.
yeah.
Well, it was a different era.
Yeah,
back
but
then, 3 weeks
back
ago.
then.
Yeah.
It's still.
Yeah, so I'm just
4
trying
weeks
to have a good
ago.
time, have fun.
That's
That's it.
good. That's good, man. You've
That's
been
right.
aside, obviously, like with other stuff in life, just things been going cool. Just to
Yeah, the rest of my life's great. That's why
Yeah.
it's like the inverse, where it's,
Right.
I'm not as happy with Melee, but the rest of my life is
it's going.
it's
going good.
falling into place. I still have to finish some stuff, but it's been amazing. And it's kind of the inverse where my life was falling apart for 3 years. I was like, but I got Melee, and I'm doing well with Melee. It's sick. So it kind of swapped this year, but I'd much rather this than the past few years. My life's great now.
But
All right,
mainly,
so-
mainly because of the burnout.
Sorry?
The burnout is the
Mostly
big-
the burnout. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been in therapy doing a lot of stuff to try to do more self-care, and I've realized that a lot of the ways I interact are really unhealthy, and a lot of the ways I'm interacted with are also very unhealthy for me. So I'm trying to figure out what I can take a step back from, not really engage in a lot of the negative stuff because I just want to be happy. I don't want to be miserable and salty all of my life.
That's the ultimate goal.
I like being happy.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's fair.
trying to change how I interact with a bunch of stuff, and hopefully it just works out.
Nice. I'm sure you'll see improvements in your gameplay as a result of that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be, I mean, that'd be phenomenal, but if not,
Even if it doesn't, it's obviously
Yeah, I just wanna be happy.
secondary.
Yeah. Like we definitely notice when people get healthier, their like
It's a-
results tend to get better too.
yeah, I mean, Mango's a good example.
Yeah.
Segue.
It like almost always happens.
Everyone actually here has been in good shape. Like Mango's working out, aMSa's been working out, Zain's been working out. Trif looks amazing. Yeah. He got top 10 after getting in the best shape of his life.
Trif is on even
Trif actually
Yeah. 3 hours? Are you kidding me?
That's insane. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Oh, man.
Taking care of yourself usually it's a good thing. So
not looking
whether in
better?
game or out of game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be happy. I don't know.
That's
simple.
Yeah. You also do.
Yeah,
I saw there was like a sub goal that you were doing.
I gained
playing
weight.
Peloton on ranked.
I wanted to do a
Let's
sub goal.
go. Let's go.
I wanted to do a sub goal where I got a Peloton, and then every set on rank I play, I have to be riding the Peloton while I'm playing ranked, and I want to get number 1 while doing that.
Wow.
Because I thought it'd be.
That's a really fun idea. I like
just don't have enough money to get the Peloton.
Oh, that's
How much is
that's
the Peloton?
Like
It's like
$4,000.
$800, $1,000. They're expensive.
Wait,
Did I say 4,000?
you said 800
I said
1,000 for
4,000.
like a lower end one, yeah.
$1,000 for a Peloton?
Yeah,
That's
something like
actually
That's not
on the
too
lower end.
big,
On the
yeah.
lower end.
That's not
Okay.
too bad.
Yeah, that's
A used one.
I thought they were like
Oh.
four. I thought they were like 4,000.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
get like a brand new high end one for like 4K. But I'm not.
Okay.
I don't got it like that. I'm not trying to spend 4K on the Peloton.
Well, I mean, I kind of assumed it was 4K. Now that I know that you could get one for 1,000, I'm like,
used.
Yeah.
that little nouns money.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it? Are you? And you still get to be on? You know, there's like a Peloton network, right?
Yeah.
You get to, and there's
Well, you
like,
have to pay a monthly fee for that. I'm
Oh,
pretty
there's
sure.
a subscription. That's how they make the money.
Yeah, they get you with that.
Makes sense.
So if you want to do things with your friends, you gotta pay. I'm pretty sure you have to, but I don't actually know their business model, so I can't.
how much is the subscription?
Yeah.
20 something a month, I think.
The 20?
I think. Listen, the next guy.
All right, yeah, let's
Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him.
Yeah.
Let's talk
The
to
next
him.
guy.
Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him.
Not me.
All right. Well,
Well, best of luck this weekend. You're
you.
gonna knock him dead.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yep. Sir.
Good luck.
All right, here's the expert. Biked 7 miles at 7 a.m. and made my flight, :3.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
he tweeted that.
Nice.
7 miles at 7 a.m.
7 miles at 7 a.m.
Dude.
There he
I
is.
respect it.
It's the goat.
The Peloton God.
The Peloton
What's up,
god.
bud?
God of a lot of things. First of all, hey, how much is a Peloton subscription? Like
44.
Oh,
Okay.
4. Okay.
Okay.
Has it gone up? Or
Not since I've been on it.
all right, that's not bad.
There you go.
And you can get one for like $1,000.
The what?
The Peloton.
No, you can get a used one for like 500.
Oh, even cheaper.
Facebook Marketplace. I'm just saying.
Dude, I gotta get on this.
$500. It's not bad.
Yeah, how much is the high end ones or whatever?
Well, I bought mine new like an idiot, and I paid like $1,900. But if you get the super nice one, it's like $25, which I think is
Okay.
a little absurd.
Yeah,
But
better than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was more. So okay, they got that image.
I didn't know you had to do a subscription to.
yeah, that's what they don't tell you.
Yeah.
we keep that on. We don't like people knowing that. Like, what do you mean you have to charge to use your bike? It's like, yeah.
If you don't pay the subscription, does it just like shut off?
You can still use it. It's just gonna be there. But you can't see the stats or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I wouldn't know.
It's
I
got
pay
all
my
these little
subscription
features.
every month.
Oh man. Okay.
Damn. How you feeling about the melee? So you're hot lately. You're number 1 seed.
The number 1 seed Mango historically is shit. I think it's because I get lazy and I'm just like, I got this, and then I always get fucked.
I was watching some tournament. So they did a bunch of interviews. Somebody did a bunch of interviews a long time ago, like 10 years ago. And I don't remember saying this, but I was like, toe spin right now, because they were asking me who I thought would do good at the event. And I was like, I think Mango's going to win because Mango's kind of been sucking recently. But Mango's at his best when he's been sucking recently. It's like the opposite of that.
No one sucks like me.
So
I'm the greatest of all time at sucking.
what's the mindset, since obviously you've been hot, trying to stay hot. How are you looking at this weekend?
I keep saying that I'm not good at the game right now, and then I've just won the last 2 tournaments, so I just kind of look like a dick. And I swear I'm just not as solid as I want. Like, in game, I'm very sloppy, but my mental is so fucking rock solid that I'm just getting backpacked by that. I think my play is like, it's just a lot of good decisions, but I'm like very sloppy, dropping things. Not like that, but I realized as long as I keep making good decisions, I'll be hard to beat, regardless of how like well or sloppy I'm playing. Because I think my problem historically is I treated stocks like fucking, they were candy. I just throw them away. So I'd punt a lot of stocks away, and then I think I had such a problem getting off the ledge. That was always a big problem for me, and I fixed that. So now I only die I'm not dying off the ledge for free anymore. I'm just hard to kill, and I think funny enough, if you're harder to kill, you're probably harder to beat.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that.
Zain
but
was,
here we are.
Zain was saying the same thing about him. Zain was saying, for a while, Zain was kind of like cheesing Mango a lot.
He was cheesing the fuck out of me for a while.
Getting some cheesy kills, and it's just not really happening anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't like to see those sets. Even the Zain fans are like,
They're just brutal for everybody. I mean, I used to have the same sets with Armada, very similar. Where like I just get 3-0'd in 5 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys next tournament. Nothing to say. I think Zain also kind of beats me the same way, where it's just like, if I'm off or being stupid, I just get clapped. But I think I don't want to jinx it. I will say I hope those Mango Zain sets are done, where I just get kind of 3-0'd in 6 minutes. And hopefully my good decisions can at least, even if I'm playing sloppy, I can maybe beat him. At least hopefully.
You 3-0'd him last time. For the first
I shit
time
on him.
Ever?
Oh, yeah.
Not first time ever.
No, I feel like there's never been a 3-0.
I 3-0'd him online. I don't know.
Oh, that's
No, Birthday Bash was a 3-1.
Birthday Bash, right?
That was 3-1.
Oh, he took it?
It should have been a 3-0, and I got cocky, and then I threw my stocks away.
What was the first set where you beat him 2 times in FD? Well, that was one of the online ones.
What, Summit 11?
Yeah, but there was one where you 3-0'd him and 2 of the wins were on
Are we
FD.
talking?
No, that was a
Oh!
reverse 3-0.
That was no, that was the match.
Oh, that is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What are we talking about?
He was talking about the Summit one.
I remember a set where you 3-0'd him,
But
and 2 of the wins were on FD, but I must be thinking of the...
Matcha, you also
Yeah.
3-0'd him.
I 3-0'd Zain twice in the span of like a month, but nobody cared because it was online.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I hit the nastiest pillar I think I've ever hit.
I know this. Yeah. That
Yep.
was online. That
It's
was online,
probably
that was
the
online.
dopest pillar I've
I
ever
watched
hit.
that. Yeah, I was in the
We'll
stream
say
for
it
that.
counts. It counts. So 2 3-0s. and 2
Yeah.
And you beat
Thank
Cody
you,
too
man.
in that period too, right?
Yeah. Oh, my favorite thing about that was I beat Cody online because I didn't want to play because we had like 90 ping. I'm like, we could just call it. We could split. You can win. I like whatever. So we played one set. Cody was obviously very salty because he cannot help but beat Cody. So he was like blatantly salty, and that motherfucker was like, it's fine. He wins an event. And then, because it was my first event that I won in a long time, was the online tournament. And Cody was like, no, it's fine. He won a tournament. Whatever. It's whatever. Let's see him do it on land. And then I beat him 6 sets in a row. And I was like, I don't know, Cody. You kind of set yourself up for that one. And then I won the next 2 tournaments. So it was just like complete. It felt good for me.
Yeah, and you beat him at Grants to win the tournaments too. That's the cold part.
I don't want to bring it up, but it was out there. I just had to remind the people of Mango's path to where he is now, because they were making fun of Mango 3 months ago. I was the laughing stock, but now I'm
wasn't that long?
back to first seed.
Hey,
Feels good.
Funny how that works.
Going into a 3-way tie for potentially at the end of the year for number 1, or going into the contention for number 1 along with Cody and Zain. How do you feel about that?
I think that's why this tournament's really important.
Yeah.
Because if I can win this, then things are really interesting. If Cody can win, it's like it's all interesting. If Zain wins, I think he builds a nice little lead, and he'll be cozy. But I think if someone like aMSa, I think there's a lot of pressure for him to win this tournament. I think if you are not one of us and you want to compete for potential 1, 2, top 3, because I think top 3 is pretty sizable gap. But I think aMSa's right there. He just hasn't won. So I think if you're aMSa, you need to make a play. And you want to win this. Otherwise, me, Cody, Zain are going to pull away. But I think going into it, I'm not really... I've been saying I don't care about rankings this year because I just think it's poison to care about your ranking for a year. Because if you do bad at Genesis, you have to carry that weight for 10 months. And I just think... think that's not a healthy way to play the game. Yeah. So it's funny at SmashCon because I was traveling. I had to do some stuff, and I didn't really get to practice. And normally I wouldn't have entered because I cared about my rank. But I was like, fuck, I don't care about my rank, and I'm just going to play the best I can. And then I ended up winning. So old Mango wouldn't have played at SmashCon because I'd be like, my rank's too important. But this year I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And now I won. So it's funny how that affects your brain when it really shouldn't. But it kind of does. But I've realized now I'm just going to play my best, treat every tournament as its own, and if you underperform, you don't worry about it. It's just a bad tournament instead of holding it all year. I think has helped me a lot.
It's funny. You, Cody, Zain, and I think Hungrybox have all said that today. Up there.
Yeah, the pressure.
When you just take the pressure off, it's just
it's such an unnecessary pressure that doesn't really need to exist.
When you think about it, rankings are like the game within the game. It's the meta.
Aklo said it too.
Performance.
Yeah,
right.
It never stops.
Because I think there's a difference in being the best melee player you can be and being the highest ranked version of yourself, which is kind of crazy because you can. Then you're not playing to get better. You're not playing to win. You're just kind of not playing to underperform and not to lose. And I think that affects your gameplay a lot.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not, I think things get tricky there, and it's just adding some weird obstacle in your head that it just doesn't have to exist.
And comparing yourself to stuff that like already happened. Like you're comparing yourself to your past, which is
Yeah, it's like why? Why does
like,
that? Why does it matter what I did at this tournament 3 months ago? Right now?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's like I've learned a lot, and I think that's helped me a lot. Because otherwise, I'd be. My first start of the year was so bad, and normally I'd be bummed about it. But I'm like, I'm just gonna try my hardest every tournament, and that's just been such a game changer for me.
Is there something you did actively to change that mindset?
I just think I was fat, alcoholic, unhealthy fuck, and it was really hard to do anything right. And then now that I've been a little healthier, it's just like I think at SmashCon there was moments when I wasn't really happy I was playing, and normally old Mango would have just been like, I'm fucking pissed, I hate this, why am I playing so bad? Because I used to get so mad when I was playing like not my best. But now I just talk to myself. I'm like, hey, man, like we can still win. It's okay. And then other me's like, yeah, you're right. And it's just like the easiest conversation that I would not be able to have, a year or two ago. I'd just be mad. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. And, I'm just talking to myself being mean. But now it's like, no, you're right. We can win. And it's more like a nice unity in my brain going on right now, I think.
That's dope.
You're being a friend to yourself.
Well, I mean, not to bring up, the inner game of tennis, but when you're competing, you really are talking. There's two versions of yourself. You're talking to you and then whatever the other fucking version is. But you need to be on the same page. And even if you're playing bad, if you're on the same page with the other version of yourself, you can do great things. It's when the divide comes is when it all falls apart.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And being kind to the other self is so important. If you're like rude to Melee can be so rude to you. That if you're also rude to you,
it's the worst.
It hurts.
Exactly. And then it just spirals, and then it's adding more things that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
It's all about you got to maintain. Competing I love it because it's so deep, but when it's all going well, it's great. When it's not going well, it's just, you're just like, why? Why can't I figure this out? And it feels so bad.
Yeah.
But it's all worth it in the end when you get there.
Yeah, it's endless. It's endless. It's always.
Yeah, it's endless for me.
Yeah.
How many times I gotta do this? It's only endless for me. I'm the one who keeps coming back.
That's right.
Sad life I live.
Well, thank you, Mango.
Thank you, Mango.
Good luck, my friend.
It's gonna be an entertaining tournament.
Let's go.
I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Bish?
My boy Vinci was caught a strafe.
Yeah, it was straight earlier.
It's the Mango classic. Whenever he ends an interview, he just gives a one vision.
Little just, yeah.
On his way out.
Damn.
All right, we're going to take a look at the pool.